Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Greer Industries, improving people's lives for more than a century.
Thanks for tuning in. Meteorologist Joe Ansel here with your latest on a Tuesday. In Charleston, started June with some slightly cooler than average temps. Had a low of 52 and a high of 76. Average high yesterday is 79. What the radar may look like starting at 1 o'clock local time. Southeastern areas, foothills, high elevations, spots near the Allegheny, generally southeast West Virginia. There is another chance of some isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorm activity today. This will be our last opportunity of rain for a while. Some areas of patchy dense fog possible again and dry overnight into tomorrow morning. The main front is well south of us. There's a trough extending north of that over us that'll be just hanging on barely before high pressure builds in from the north and will be dry and warm and sunny for a while after today. Fly Survey forecast, it starts at home. Washington, D.C., 70s today, 80s tomorrow, near 88 on Thursday. Tampa, chance of showers and storms, high near 92. From Panhandle to Panhandle, low chance of an afternoon shower in southeast areas, mostly dry up here to the north with highs in the 70s. Fair tonight with lows near 50. For today, highs in the 60s and 70s out east. Again, some southeastern areas of the state. I'll watch for a chance of some shower and some thunderstorms this afternoon. And then drying out overnight, lows near 50. From east to west, 60s and 70s, chance of showers and storms in southeastern portions of the state today. Lows in the ranks of the mid-40s to near 50. To the south, most favored for some afternoon showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, this evening, and then quickly fizzling out overnight tonight with some areas of dense fog possible for the morning. For the rest of the week, starting tomorrow, warmer temps, sunshine, highs mid-80s, maybe approaching 90 by the end of the week. Then our next potential round of some showers and storms later for the weekend. Saturday night, Sunday, another chance on Monday, high near 85.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
This is Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law. Metro News Hotline is a 3-hour audio tour navigating the world of sports, news, entertainment, tech, and more from a Mountain State point of view. For your entertainment, Hotline is a no politics zone. You can join the conversation. Text the show at 304-825-5304. 304-TALK-304. Or call 800-765-8255. Here's the host for Metro News Hotline, Dave Weekley.
Well, hello, West Virginia. We're back for more in the 304. Time to get it done in the 681. Time to start this 3-hour audio tour for Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026. Metro News Hotline comes to you from the Salango Law Studios. Visit salangolaw.com. What a gorgeous day. Does it feel warmer than 76 degrees to you, Coop?
I don't know. It seems about right.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like I went for a nice little I've been doing some softball stuff here today, so in between games and stuff is when I was able to get my lunch in.
Okay.
And so I walked around downtown a little bit, and it was pretty perfect.
Yeah.
It was like I didn't sweat much, although I walked a pretty decent length. So that seems under 80 to me. Usually that's how I judge it. It's probably under 80 if I didn't break out into too much of a sweat.
Okay. Hey, Stephanie's in the box. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing back there? Okay. Hey, I got a question for you. So with about 30 seconds to go before the show started and the theme had already kicked in, but I had to jump up and do something, did you see me leave in a panic, or how soon do I come up when the theme comes up on the YouTubes and the Facebook Live and stuff? Okay, she's calling in.
Yeah, usually I would say that it caught you because usually it's a wide shot before
Yeah.
it comes to you. So I think it probably caught you.
Yeah.
And what I found most interesting is your recent forays into like sort of your
Snark.
whatever you want to call it, the whatever impulse it is that makes you talk over the open, we'll call it whatever it is. Whatever that impulse is, you deployed it from across the room and you weren't even behind the mic or had your headphones on. Just like the open was generally on, I guess you heard it a little bit through your headphones as you were walking back to your seat.
Yeah.
And so you just heard something, you're like, yep, that's us.
That's our show.
That compulsion that you have overtook you even far away from the mic.
Stephanie's calling in.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to, put my content, and all of a sudden you get up and walk away, and I'm like, where is he going? And
What'd
then
you
you come
think?
in here to change the channel, and I'm like, you're about ready to be on TV for real.
Hey, we're all friends here. We're all audio friends here. I mean, but I was just wondering if you thought it was like a medical episode or a contract dispute or some sort of a
No, I knew
issue.
you hadn't changed the channel yet on TV, so
Yeah.
got to get your sports in.
Yeah. Hey, Coop, did you send Ryan to the penalty box because he was wearing a Kentucky T-shirt today?
No, again, there's a lot of softball stuff going on. So he's over there. We switched off when who's manning the softball.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's right, because Metro News, if you didn't know, is your home for the West Virginia High School softball tournament. You got your quad A, that's 4 A's, Then you've got your triple A, so we're doing all that over in the South Charleston.
You need to be about Neil deGrasse Tyson to figure out how the formulas for all of these playoffs work and everything.
I know.
It gets to be a little complex. It's really not that bad.
I know.
When I'm trying to figure out what team's going to play and what games the sponsor goes with what and everything else, I'm like, I don't
Somebody
know.
was probably walking their dog over in South Charleston last week and said, "Hey, man, when's Discotheque play?" It's next week. I'm like, it's too complicated, man. I'm just going back to the house. Come on, Sparky. Oh, my gosh. So I guess we're going to have to be dealing with this whole WVU baseball thing for a little while
It's a whole
longer,
thing
huh?
now. It's a whole thing
It's a
officially.
thing.
It's officially a thing.
It's a thing, which is awesome.
It is awesome, man. And another late come from behind win or a late inning win, walk-off. I mean, just it doesn't get any better than that, man. It doesn't get any better than that.
Our fan base is so awesome. You got your hardcores, and then you got your bandwagoners. Do you see our game we won last night by 1 point?
Yeah, 1 point. This is what I noticed when Coach Mazey was here and West Virginia first started to get some national attention and people were starting to watch their games. Is like the guy that got mad when one of the opposing players scored on from second on a single. And the argument was, it was only a single. How did he go all the way home? You're not allowed to do that.
No.
Like, yeah, you kind of are.
So that was pretty good. Oh, I got a couple of things I got to tell you about. So last night I'm watching a ball game, and then have you ever done this? Linda there was a pack of Diet Coke on the kitchen table last night after dinner. I'm like, what's this? And she goes, well, we bought this, and it's expired.
Diet Coke?
Diet Coke.
Okay.
First of all, who knew, right? I didn't even know that stuff did expire. And not only that, on the caps of the 6-pack of Diet Coke, it had red X's.
Oh, so you bought it expired.
Well, yeah, I guess I did. But I mean, it was on the shelf, okay? So it wasn't. Why was it even on the shelf?
Did you get a discount or anything?
Well, we took it back. Here's the rest of the story.
Okay,
we
sorry.
took it back, and I went back and exchanged it for some, America 250 celebration Diet Coke. So I know that's not too old, right? So
The can show up.
So we're on our way out, and Linda says to me, she goes, "I don't recognize a lot of these people around here. They must be from the Dunbar store." And I'm like,
Were you at the new place? Were you at the new Kroger? No,
yeah,
you were at the new Kroger.
Well,
right?
we're at the sort of across the street. We're transitioning.
Right.
Okay. But, and this is just all the people in my neighborhood. We're just constantly talking about this, about who's getting moved to the new store, who's not going to be at the new store, which one of these employees have come over from Dunbar. Are these Dunbar? I'm like, it's just too complicated for me. Just show me where hopefully in the new store we're going to have a meat counter.
Oh, you didn't have meat in the.
Well, they had a meat counter for a long time, and I would like to roll up and talk to the guy behind the meat counter, like, what's happening back there? Can you help me with this or that? Now, when you go there, I guess because of the transitional period, everything's all packaged.
I got
up.
you. So you can't go talk to the butcher guy.
I can't talk, and that's one of the things I enjoy doing.
Sam the butcher.
Yeah,
like
so,
from Brady Bunch.
but I just thought that was a pretty interesting line, like must be from those people. Must be from Dunbar.
You know that is good. One of the best things about your fancy Kroger that you go to
fancy Kroger
is that they have all those cheese wheels.
Oh,
you know,
no.
They used to anyway. I haven't been there forever. That's
now
too fancy
listen.
for me,
I'm not. I kind of go to the mid Kroger.
Okay, all right.
The mid. I don't go to the Gucci Kroger in South Hills.
Oh, okay. Well, the Gucci Kroger has those cheese wheels.
I know
they
have
do. They're like those giant cheese wheels, and they cost like $90 or something. You're wondering what you could ever do with them, but every time I drop by, I'm like, man, that's a lot. I know.
And over the Gucci Kroger, they have all the wine over there, and it looks like it gets stocked. At the mid Kroger, we've got the same wine bottles there for like a year. Nobody ever
with
buys
like a dust on them. Yeah,
that's right.
Right.
That's right. But we are getting ready to make the big transition.
All right.
Big transition to go across the street. So that's going to be interesting.
I still figure that this this super Kroger here in Charleston is basically going to be like a Meijer department store, since it's owned by the same company.
Why do you say these things?
It's got to be, right?
But I know, but Linda is so freaked out about this already.
Meijer's awesome.
I know it is. I know it is. Well, first of all, for the first 45 years of my life, I thought it was called Major. Okay. But it's mine.
Major.
Oh, wait a minute.
So
Stephanie's still on the line back there. Steph, what do you got to add?
I can.
Okay.
So in Cincinnati, they had one of these fancy new Kroger stores, and it's kind of like a toss between a Meijer and a Walmart big store. But the thing is they don't have as many toys or stuff that you think they would.
Oh.
They got like some clothes section, and they got some home sections, but it's not like what you think unless they've changed it.
Okay. Well, I think it's great.
It's still a good store.
Yeah, I think it's outstanding.
You know what we need?
Do there what?
We need a Super Hex.
Yeah.
Or a Super Hills maybe.
Super Hills.
A Super Hills would be awesome.
Super Hills. That does sound pretty good. But anyway, back to the sports stuff. Yeah, we are going to be dealing with this WVU baseball stuff for a while. Now, are we going to be disappointed if they don't go to the College World
World Series?
Series?
You got to be.
Right.
I mean, you don't have to kick the can down the road, but you can be disappointed.
Here's another thing. So I'm watching a game last night, and I'm following the social media stuff. Does every fan base feel like they're cursed? What college sports fan bases don't think they're cursed? Okay.
Oh, yeah, they all do. Yeah, I mean.
Well, not all of them.
I mean, many of them do.
Ohio State doesn't. Michigan doesn't. Notre Dame doesn't.
I mean,
Duke doesn't.
Michigan feels they're cursed. I mean, maybe not broadly, but within seasons and within hires and different things like that, there's definitely, we're cursed ever since our last national championship.
Alabama
which at one point was a long time.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Not so much anymore.
Yeah, but this is a symptom of like.
Have you heard the Feinbaum
degrees.
show? Of course, they think they're cursed. I mean, all they do is cry into their beer.
No. Well, they get upset.
We're the best, and then we cry over everything. It's like the duality of the SEC.
I love Alabama fans. It's sort of like, you know what? I'm sorry we didn't get to go to the playoffs last year, but if there had been football, college football in 1876, we would have won the national championship that year. So we're going to claim it.
Yeah,
so
right.
let's get some more T-shirts out there that say we have 17 national championships.
How long has it been since Alabama's won one now?
A minute.
Yeah,
it's been a minute.
Every school they go to they visit, they should have T-shirts made that's called the Drought.
But I need to make a list. I need to make a list of the kind of stuff fans of all schools say to determine that they think they're absolutely cursed.
What fan base complains about the officials the most?
Whew, that's a great question.
And would we be in the top 25?
We're definitely in the top 25.
We might be going to the playoffs on that one.
We're definitely top 25.
Yeah, well, I think we're going bowling there.
Yeah, there was one guy I was following on Sunday. He was just going on and on about the home plate umpires in these games. I was like, dude, you won 2 games. You beat two decent teams in one day. I think you overcame any issues you might have had with the umpire. I don't know, but I need to make a generic list. So if I'm traveling, I can sort of meld in.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Talking about the networks hate us. The NCAA hates us.
ESPN hates us.
The conference commission. Did you see this schedule? They're
You know what
making
would
us
be
play games.
you know what would be a much smaller list for West Virginia?
What was that?
National media figures of which we approve of that we believe like us.
That's true.
It would be like one column, really tiny, on one little corner of the page.
This was amazing. I saw more than one person throw Pat McAfee under the bus.
For what did he do now?
Well, because he
He's
didn't dedicate like an hour of his show to the WVU baseball game Sunday night.
Nor their football program because he was nor their basketball program because he was a football player.
I know. But I mean, we were all catching strays, and this is how we act when we win.
I have to admit that, I mean, I know that X has changed over the last few years or whatever, the former Twitter, but, man, there's a lot of people that like just to go in there and get really almost violently complain when a guy, like, walks a batter or something, for example.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's like, okay, you can blame the pitcher or maybe the batter has a good eye. Either way, it's probably not worth the person's life.
Oh, by the way, did you know last night was one of those nights where the Reds were on free TV?
I don't want to, yeah. Well, they deserve to be on free TV.
Well, Jack Carlson's here. How you doing, Jack?
I'm here.
So let me ask you, Jack. You grew up in Iowa, right?
So I grew up in Morgantown, actually.
But you went to school in Iowa. When you were in Iowa, did Iowa fans think that they were cursed and that everybody hated them as well?
I feel like it's more Iowa State who resonates with Mountaineer fans. I feel like Iowa State and Mountaineer fans always feel like they have the bottom end of the stick. I mean, you look at Iowa State men's basketball right now, Milan Momcilovic, they beat Kentucky in the NCAA tournament, and he goes to Kentucky.
I know. That's the thing. That was something that was happening last night. So Kentucky loses a heartbreaker to WVU, and so that's a big win for the Mount. UK turned the page so quickly. Mm-hmm. Did you see how much they're going to pay this guy?
I did not.
The rumor is he's going to be one of the 3 highest paid players in college basketball, and he's going to make somewhere north of $6 million. That's pretty good for a game.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, he's the best three-point shooter in college basketball, and obviously he had a lot of eyes on him from the pros. But, man, that's a lot of money for one player.
Yeah, they're saying that UK last year in basketball that they spent about somewhere between $22 and $23 million to put together that roster. And you know what you got for that?
Yeah. Lost to Iowa State big time.
They won one game in the tournament, so we'll see what happens.
Well, some have said Kentucky is a little ahead of the game in the NIL space. Prior to that legislation, maybe they were engaging in some speculation as it regards to NIL payments.
Funny, I've never heard that before. By the way, now that I've got you guys, both you and Coop here, man, have you seen this story about Aaron Donald coming out of retirement to play for the Rams?
I have not.
So this is the most NFL story ever. So now that Myles Garrett has come to the Rams, there is a rumor that Aaron Donald wants to come out of retirement to join the Rams, to come back to the Rams.
Wow.
Now, how they're going to pay the guy, who really knows? But it's just like grade school all over again. You just want to be on the best team.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Donald's not coming out of retirement to play for the Jets.
With all due respect, of course.
With all due respect. He's coming out of retirement to potentially play for the Rams.
Yeah.
The other thing is, Coop, did you see where Serena Williams is coming back?
To play doubles only, though, right?
Oh, is that right?
I think if it's the same story I read, that was to play doubles only.
That won't last.
You're probably right.
Yeah, it probably won't last. She's coming back. She's 44 years old.
Crazy.
I don't even think Venus has actually ever technically retired, has she?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think
she's
so.
Still at it.
I think she was definitely at it. One other thing I wanted to ask you guys about. Coop, did you see the story about cigarette smoking in the United States reaching a historic low? That for the first time ever, under 10% of the population is smoking. Government survey data shows only 9% of adults report being current smokers, down from 42% in the mid-60s. That represents only 1 in 11 adults smoke. Now, we probably don't we have the highest percentage of smokers in the country here in West Virginia?
We do, still.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of friends that smoke?
It's, I mean, a lot compared to, like in my past, not necessarily, but it is weird that I've seen people take up smoking, which, didn't think that you would see that anymore, right?
Right.
And there's definitely some in West Virginia, like I say, I go for a walk. Nowhere else have I lived do I still see as many people standing around outside and smoking. I mean, I've lived around a little bit, and it's a little odd here, the amount of – not odd, but it's remarkable the amount of people that you see around the cigarette clusters outside, billowing out of cars and stuff like that. You just don't see it as much in other states. It's just the truth.
You got a lot of friends that smoke?
I do not.
Okay.
I'm part of that population. It's not real popular.
So if less than 10% of the population of the United States smokes, and we don't really have any people in our immediate circle that smoke, the people that are smoking are hanging together.
They must be. Yeah.
It's like,
and avoiding us.
And avoiding us. That's exactly right. But I thought that was pretty curious.
That is
yeah.
fascinating.
The other thing about smoking isn't it odd when you see a bunch of people smoking outside the hospital? That's the weird one, right?
Man, when my wife and I would go to her pregnancy checkups, and you would see expectant mom standing outside smoking.
That's so crazy.
It was, I mean, that was to me quite startling. I mean, I know culture, things are changed, whatever, but still, and I mean that's a simple thing you can do to try to make your baby a little healthier. I mean, I know addiction's addiction, but yeah.
I was really surprised by that number. Here is the question of the day. Question of the day. It was on this date that Edward J. Showmaker was born in 1907. Why is that significant? Because he's the guy that invented the Lazy Boy recliner. He and his cousin in Monroe, Michigan, created, using orange crates as a mock-up and refining their idea, they invented a wood slat porch chair with a reclining mechanism. Then they upholstered it, they manufactured it, they had a contest to name it. They came up with the Lazy Boy, and the rest, as they say, is history. So here's the question of the day, and it's sponsored by Salango Law. What can you tell us about your favorite chair? How old is it, and why does it work for you? What can you tell us about your favorite chair? How old is it, and why does it work for you? To respond, text those in, 304-TALK-304, 304-8255-304. Tweet me. I'm on Exit Weekly, WEEKLEY. Jack, what do you got in the news? What's happening
So
today?
we have several indictments in Cabell County as far as a couple of shooting deaths, one from 2021, one from 2025. And so those were handed down today. Also, a strange indictment for a former gravedigger in Cabell County who was charged of removing a corpse from a grave and throwing it over the hill. The baby was dead in 1982, the remains. And so it's a very strange situation, obviously, all allegedly. But yeah, that was a very strange story that Chris has up on the website with that former gravedigger receiving an indictment.
Dateline. Somebody called Dateline. That is a crazy story. Yeah, that's a relatively new story. It's been at the website about 90 minutes. Jack, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it. Let's take a break. By the way, it's a Tickets Tuesday. We'll tell you more about that in just a bit. We'll take a break and come right back. Stay tuned.
Every day we
I'm Sean Kovich, Mountaineer Golf Coach. When disaster strikes your home, business, or golf game, call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
The 2026 High School Baseball State Championship. 4 classes, 4 champions, 1 unforgettable day. From first pitch to final out, the 2026 West Virginia High School Baseball State Championship, presented by Toyota, Saturday, June 13th. Watch live on Metro News Television, Facebook, and YouTube. Available on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. Take your pick from our massive selection. Now up to $5,500 off select new Acadias and 3.9% for 60 months. The great deals continue with our large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
What does it mean to lead in medicine? J.W. Ruby Memorial Hospital is the top hospital in West Virginia, nationally recognized for 3 programs and 18 procedures and conditions. But to us, leadership means being first in care, in lives saved, in lives restored. In medicine, we lead in the ways that truly matter.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Greer Industries, improving people's lives for more than a century.
Thanks for tuning in. Meteorologist Joe Ansel here with your latest on a Tuesday. In Charleston, started June with some slightly cooler than average temps. Had a low of 52 and a high of 76. Average high yesterday is 79. What the radar may look like starting at 1 o'clock local time. Southeastern areas, foothills, high elevations, spots near the Allegheny, generally southeast West Virginia. There is another chance of some isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorm activity today. This will be our last opportunity of rain for a while. Some areas of patchy dense fog possible again and dry overnight into tomorrow morning. The main front is well south of us. There's a trough extending north of that over us that'll be just hanging on barely before high pressure builds in from the north and will be dry and warm and sunny for a while after today. Fly Sierra forecast, it starts at home. Washington, D.C., 70s today, 80s tomorrow, near 88 on Thursday. Tampa, chance of showers and storms, high near 92. From Panhandle to Panhandle, low chance of an afternoon shower in southeast areas, mostly dry up here to the north with highs in the 70s. Fair tonight with lows near 50. For today, highs in the 60s and 70s out east. Again, some southeastern areas of the state. I'll watch for a chance of some shower and some thunderstorms this afternoon. And then drying out overnight, lows near 50. From east to west, 60s and 70s. Chance of showers and storms in southeastern portions of the state today. Lows in the ranks of the mid-40s to near 50. To the south, most favored for some afternoon showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, this evening, and then quickly fizzling out overnight tonight with some areas of dense fog possible for the morning. For the rest of the week, starting tomorrow, warmer temps, sunshine, highs mid-80s, maybe approaching 90 by the end of the week. Then our next potential round of some showers and storms later for the weekend. Saturday night, Sunday, another chance on Monday, high near 85.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
The 2026 High School Baseball State Championship. 4 classes, 4 champions, 1 unforgettable day. From first pitch to final out, the 2026 West Virginia High School Baseball State Championship, presented by Toyota, Saturday, June 13th. Watch live on Metro News Television, Facebook, and YouTube. Available on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs.
5, 3, 1.
All the sports West Virginia is talking about.
Nikki Izzo-Brown, coach of the nationally ranked WVU women's soccer team.
I think they're just having a very good understanding of each other.
Join Kyle Wiggs, Brett Howe, and Coach Hunter weeknights for Sportsline on Metro News Television. Available on mobile, Roku, Fire TV, Smart TVs, and online at WVMetroNewsTV.com.
All right, 26 till the hour. We'll get the sound of sports rolling here in just a moment. Coop, I thought Ryan was going to run this particular segment. You're back?
Yeah,
Okay,
more or less.
You're back? All right. Well, you know, when he did come back, I mean, technically he would have been on camera for our incredibly intelligent viewers on YouTube and Facebook Live, and our viewers would have seen him wearing his Kentucky gear today.
Oh, yeah,
but
right,
you sent him
yeah.
out. Them's the rules. Those are the rules, man. I mean, you wear loser gear, you know. You're going to have to change your shirt. Or
You can't have any real heat for somebody losing, for wearing the loser gear, right? I mean, that would be much worse if Kentucky actually won.
Oh, yeah, that's
right?
true. That would have been worse.
Seems like.
That would have been worse. All right. Are you ready to talk about softball?
Sure.
Okay. So the Metro News Network is your home for the West Virginia High School softball tournament. So we had the A and the AA last week. Try to follow along. And this week we've got the AAA and the Quad A. So why don't we talk a little bit about what's happened already in Class AAA, shall we? So we got started this morning at 9, and John Marshall beat Robert C. Byrd from Clarksburg 14-0. That was the final. Then you have Point Pleasant and Kaiser. That game is over. Kaiser defeated the Big Blacks 8-5. Hoover and Pikeview, that game, Hoover advancing. They beat Pikeview 8-0. Winfield and Brook. Is that that game's in progress.
6-0 Winfield right now. It's I think bottom of the 4th inning.
There you go. 6-0. Winfield leads Brook. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning. All right, so that's AAA. Let's go down to Quad A. So Cabell Midland, the Knights beat Jefferson this morning. Here's the thing you need to know about this tournament. You got 2 fields. So you've got, just to make this tough on me, you've got games going on simultaneously in 2 different classes as we have now moved into the second week of this event. Continuing, Quad A. Cabell Midland beat Jefferson 9-0. Morgantown beat Hurricane 1-0. GW was a winner over Parkersburg South 6-1. And University and Washington, they are just underway, no score. Whew, man, that's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
So what are we doing on ESPN Charleston and in our flagship 580 WCHS? Are we covering these games?
We're carrying our regional teams as much as we can, and it's worked out pretty well today. We got Hoover's win, and we got Hurricanes' loss against Morgantown. Tonight we're going to have – it looks like that Winfield may be getting ready to win against Brook. That means that they went into the winner's bracket. That will be tomorrow. This is the game 5. So that would make that's the game 4. So that would make Winfield go into the game 4 winner tomorrow, which would be the second game tomorrow is where Winfield would play.
Okay.
Hurricane is already set to play tonight. They're going to play against, I believe that's Jefferson, who Cabell Midland threw a perfect game. And
really?
I was listening to that one earlier.
Okay.
Cabell Midland's pitcher threw a perfect game in that game. So Jefferson and Hurricane will play in the loss bracket tonight at 6:30. So we have that one for sure over on ESPN, and that may be where in Charleston anyway, our coverage ends if Winfield infield doesn't make it to the loser of the game.
Is this the longest softball conversation we have ever had on this show?
Quite possibly. It's the first time I ever bothered to learn how the brackets work. So.
Well, this is the first time they've ever had 4 classes, right?
Yeah, man. It's
extended into 2 weeks. Some of these kids should have got apartments down here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, maybe I should have invested in a parking building over there. Anyway, we're going to keep our eyes on this as we move along. So here's the other thing. You're thinking, well, Dave, I'm not listening in Charleston. All these games are streaming at the website. There are 2 different streams. So go to the website, WVMetroNews.com. Find the game you want to follow. The schedules are all there. The brackets are there. Game stories, photos. Carrie and Mercado are working to the bone over there, getting the coverage in South Charleston. So the softball tournament continues, and we'll keep you updated on that. Shoo. Tell you what, let me do a quick reset on our question of the day, because we are getting some responses to this bad boy, which is always good. Question of the day. Edward J. Showmaker, the American engineer who invented the reclining chair and founded the Lazy Boy Furniture Company, was born on this date in 1904. By the way, he lived into his 90s. Okay? So you say, hey, get out of that chair. This guy did pretty well staying in the chair. Question of the day, it's sponsored by Salango Law. What can you tell us about your favorite chair? How old is it, and why does it work for you? What can you tell us about your favorite chair? How old is it, and why does it work for you? Send those in, 304-TALK, 304-304-8255-304. I'm on Exit Weekly, WEEKLEY. Did I mention today's a Tickets Tuesday?
You did.
Today is a Tickets Tuesday. You remember last week when we said that we were totally out of Chicago tickets, that we had no more tickets for the show here in Charleston on June 20th?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Well, that was wrong.
Yeah.
That was wrong. I don't know, Coop. Where'd you find these?
It'll be for next week. The Chicago tickets are for next week.
Oh. So we're doing Reds tickets today?
Yeah, I'm sorry. That must not have gone over clearly. Yeah.
Okay.
Reds tickets tonight. The Chicago tickets are next Tuesday.
Okay, so we have 2 Chicago tickets left, correct?
Yes.
Okay, but that's not the prize today.
No, it was going to be the Reds tickets.
Okay, so here's the thing. Last week we said we had no more Chicago tickets. We do, but that's not today.
Correct.
Okay, what we got today is Reds tickets.
Correct.
Okay. Do we know what game we want to send a lucky listener / victim to?
I did, and I don't know where it's at.
Okay, I tell you what. I taxed you with all that questioning about the softball tournament.
Yeah,
that wasn't fair.
A bit busy today.
That wasn't fair. So I'm just going to take my foot off the gas, and we're just going to relax a little bit. We're going to breathe in, and we're going to breathe out. Here's what we ought to do. Let me do a couple of responses to our question of the day. Then we're going to take a break. We're going to reset. We're going to come back. We're going to pick our Reds game, and then we're going to do the Sound of Sports. Does that sound like a workable plan?
Works for me.
All right. So, question of the day. What can you tell us about your favorite chair? How old is it, and why does it work for you? Jody on X, Dave, the recliner in my son's bedroom is my favorite. When my hip was replaced last year, I slept in it for 3 nights. Perfect cushioning. Now, that's the way to answer the question of the day. We got a bunch of text messages about this, too. Let's see. 304-282. Dave, my favorite chair is my driver's side seat. Well, that is kind of unfortunate. You know, I want to hear about your recliner at home. Let's see. Oh, this is good. Coop, I was telling that story about the expired Diet Coke. My man Bill from Nitro, he set me straight on this. Hey, Dave and Coop, just want to let you know that the marked tops on the Diet Coke is supposed to let the merchandisers know that the drinks are out of date and designed and designated to return out of the market. Occasionally, merchandisers miss that. Thank you, Bill. That's exactly the kind of information I was looking for here. That's very, very interesting. So it wasn't my fault. Totally my fault. But I did learn something. We have a bunch of responses to our question of the day. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll have the Sound of Sports, and we'll tell you more about Tickets Tuesday coming up today at 5:33. Stay tuned.
Metro News Hotline, brought to you by Salango Law, will return right after these messages.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
What does it mean to lead in medicine? J.W. Ruby Memorial Hospital is the top hospital in West Virginia, nationally recognized for 3 programs in 18 procedures and conditions. But to us, leadership means being first in care, in lives saved, in lives restored. In medicine, we lead in the ways that truly matter.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
I'm Sean Kovich, Mountaineer Golf Coach. When disaster strikes your home, business, or golf game, call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
If it matters in West Virginia, it's being talked about here.
I always said I was going to move to a mountain in Tucker County, but probably going to put a data center on it, so I got to find a new plan.
Join Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows for Talkline on Metro News Television. Sportsline on Metro News Television.
I was sitting with a guy last night, and he said, all right, I'm going to go put $1,000 on it. Well, down the stretch of that ball game, he's looking at us like, are you kidding me? Sure enough, the Mountaineers came back. I saw him today. He said, yep, I'm putting another $1,000 on them tomorrow.
All right, welcome back to the show. It is about 13 minutes till the hour. Tell you what, let's go ahead and jump into the sound of sports because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's a lot of stuff happening. And we'll start with college baseball for the 3rd straight year. WVU is off to the Super Regionals after a 6-5, 10-inning win over Kentucky in the finals of the Morgantown Regional last night. Armani Guzman walked it off with a single to center that scored Brody Kresser with the game-winning run.
Into center field, it gets down around third is Kresser. Cue Country Roads. West Virginia wins it in 10.
All right, there you go. Another close ball game. 3 outstanding games between Kentucky and West Virginia. There were plenty of old golden heroes in this regional. WVU's Gavin Kelly was named as the tournament MVP after he hit 400 with 3 home runs, including one last night, and 8 RBIs in 5 games. Here's Armani Guzman on his game-winning hit in the 10th inning last night.
Yeah, no, I faced that guy. I think that was my 3rd at-bat against him, and he had me pop out on changeups twice. So that at-bat, I was just trying to see him deeper. I was definitely trying to hit the ball as hard as I could, but staying composed and just being better at not kind of flaring that changeup again.
All right, and WVU head coach Steve Sabins summed up the weekend this way.
I think it just everything that you love about coaching and everything that you love about the players was on full display this weekend. It was cinema. It had literally everything that you could imagine, and if you keep going and you can get through adversity and you can stick together, you can do incredible things. And so it was just truly a beautiful week of baseball, and getting to spend more time with these kids is always the goal.
And here's Kentucky Wildcats head coach Nick Mingione on the sudden end of the Wildcats season on the brink of reaching the Super Regionals.
This team had to endure more injuries, more ups and downs than maybe any team I've ever coached. And to come out on the other side of this, anyone that knows me knows that I want to teach them not just baseball, which they're great at. I do want to teach them about life and the life lessons that this team has learned about never quitting, never being out of the fight, just to continue to go. I thought the comeback we made just showed their true character and heart. And I'm really proud of these guys.
All right, to a great game last night. So from the National Football League, Browns general manager Andrew Berry met the media earlier today to explain why now was the right time to trade Myles Garrett, the reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Cleveland sent Garrett to the Rams on Monday in exchange for a first-round pick next year, a second-round pick in 2028, and a third-rounder in 2029, along with two-time Pro Bowler Jared Verse.
I'd always told myself that if we were ever in a position where we were going to trade Myles, 3 things would have to be true. Number 1, it would have to have short and long-term benefits. Number 2, as part of the trade, a young, cost-controlled star at a premium position would have to be included. And the third piece is that there would have to be premium draft capital. And there's a very small set of deals that really satisfy those constraints. So when it got to the point with our negotiations with the Rams, when all those things were satisfied, it really caused us to take a step back and think about, really think about the decision.
All right. So ESPN, by the way, reported yesterday that talks for Garrett heated up between the Rams and the Browns after the NFL draft. More baseball now. After a day off, the Charleston Dirty Birds are at York tonight. The Dirty Birds are scuffling now. They have lost 24 of 36 games so far this season, and they're sitting in last place in the Atlantic League South Division. From the majors, the Pirates are on the road tonight, opening a 3-game set in Houston. Rookie Bubba Chandler gets the ball in this series opener against the Astros. Meanwhile, in Cincinnati, the Reds were 9-2 losers to the Royals last night. Kansas City's Lane Thomas hit a grand slam in the first inning off right-hander Lyon Richardson, who was subbing in for Chase Burns, who was scratched from his start due to illness.
Thomas with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
Lane's always hit the Reds well, always hit well in this ballpark.
Fastball hit high in the air, deep left field. J.J. Bleday to the track. He looks up. It's gone. A grand slam for Lane Thomas. A big first inning swing when the Royals have needed it the most. The Royals' first hit in the ball game gives them a 4-0 lead.
Bam! There you go. Get a veteran up there. Guy who's had some success in this ballpark. Are you kidding? That's an extreme confidence builder by a guy who knows he can hit in the great American ballpark here. And look at that first pitch. He ain't not messing around.
The Reds were playing without Ellie De La Cruz, who was placed on the 10-day IL with a right hamstring strain on Monday. With the win, the Royals snapped a 6-game slide, one for just the 4th time in 20 games, and won just their 2nd road game in a month. Reds lefty Andrew Abbott gets the ball tonight in Game 2 of this series. After the game, here's Reds manager Terry Francona on the lack of offense from the Reds and playing without Ellie De La Cruz.
Well, I mean, they threw a bunch of after the first guy had pretty good velocity, breaking ball coming in, hadn't commanded great, and not commanded good enough. We didn't make him pay when he didn't, and then they started going 1 inning apiece.
Ellie has
guys played in every game since you took over as manager. How odd did it feel not to have enough that game?
We kind of knew that, that was a given. Be glad when he's back in there, but that was kind of a given. We knew it wasn't going to be in there.
In D.C., the Nats lost to the Marlins 7-3. The Nationals lead the major leagues in total runs scored this season, but last night it was Miami that cracked 3 homers en route to a snapping a 5-game slide. Liam Hicks continued his breakout season going deep in the 9th.
Nobody on, 1 out here in the 9th. Here is the leadoff man, Liam Hicks.
First pitch to Hicks. He turns on a ball. He drives it high in the air right field. Wood is back at the track, and it's into the Nationals bullpen. Liam Hicks again pulls a ball out. Make it a dozen on the year for Liam. And there's your breathing room.
And in Milwaukee, the Brewers blew out the Giants 16-2 last night, a game in which the Brew Crew banged out 18 hits without a single home run. Bryce Terang broke out of an 0-for-21 slump with 2 extra base hits, including this RBI triple in the 2nd inning.
Another 3-2. Fly ball to center. It's back, and it's over the head of Cox. Here comes Terang. Churio scores. Terang will stop at 3rd.
Oh, I think he snapped out of it. What do you think? Didn't miss a home run by much. That was a cutter or a slide or something. Look at that swing by Terang.
All right, not only did Milwaukee have 18 hits last night, the Brewers walked 11 times to match a season high. Finally, the Stanley Cup Finals begin tonight in Raleigh. Carolina plays host to the Vegas Golden Knights. For Carolina, former Penn Jordan Staal finds himself back in the finals for the Hurricanes for the first time since leaving Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I did every day. I mean, I was hoping to get here, but obviously I knew how hard it would be, and it's been a lot of work, a lot of time, and a lot of sacrifices from myself, not only but my family and everyone around me, and just very blessed to be here and excited about the opportunity to have a chance to hoist it.
We'll have a Stanley Cup Finals preview and the latest on the Penguins with our Metro News hockey insider Alex Wiederspiel at 4:33 today. By the way, update from the West Virginia Softball Championships in South Charleston. Winfield has advanced with an 8-0 win over Brook, in which the Winfield Generals threw a no-hitter in that game. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and wrap the hour in just a moment.
Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law, will return right after these messages.
What does it mean to lead in medicine? J.W. Ruby Memorial Hospital is the top hospital in West Virginia, nationally recognized for 3 programs in 18 procedures and conditions. But to us, leadership means being first in care, in lives saved, in lives restored. In medicine, we lead in the ways that truly matter.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. Take your pick from our massive selection. Now up to $5,500 off select new Acadias and 3.9% for 60 months. The great deals continue with our large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
The 2026 High School Baseball State Championship. 4 classes, 4 champions, 1 unforgettable day. From first pitch to final out, the 2026 West Virginia High School Baseball State Championship, presented by Toyota, Saturday, June 13th. Watch live on Metro News Television, Facebook, and YouTube. Available on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs.
I'm Sean Kovich, Mountaineer Golf Coach. When disaster strikes your home, business, or golf game, call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
1914, The same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
All right, that's going to do it for the first hour. Hey, here's a quick note on that West Virginia high school softball tournament win today by the Winfield Generals within the last 20 minutes against Brooke. They win 8-0. Madeline Carroll in the circle for Winfield in this game. No hitter, 11 strikeouts, 50 total pitches, 40 for strikes. Yeah, that's getting it done. All right, we'll take a break here at the top of the hour for news. When we come back, we'll take a look at the week on Wall Street. Reset our question of the day. Tell me about your favorite chair and why it works for you. And Dave Bryan from Steeler Depot will be here as well. There's a lot of NFL news to get into, and we will do it in just a moment. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Lou Wendell Marine Sales. We sell family fun.
Hello, patchy fog is possible overnight into Wednesday morning, then a sunny and seasonable day. It will become summery again by the later part of the week into the weekend. Widespread rain chances don't return until Sunday. Then we could find ourselves with above average precipitation from June 9th to the 15th, same period leaning above average for temperatures as well. But the warmth arrives before June 9th. Thursday, highs around 5 or more degrees above daily average, and we'll continue to see similar territory each day through the weekend. For any thunderstorm activity or passing showers this evening, we're seeing that generated by a system exiting to our south, but the broad high-pressure system over the Great Lakes becomes our main influencer. So anything out there at 7 p.m. just doesn't last much longer. Overnight, we will see fog start to set up. Could last until 9 a.m. or so, reducing visibility. Then sunshine becomes our main feature. FlyCRW forecast, it starts at home. Notice how hot it'll be by Friday if you're traveling to D.C. or New York, warmer there even than Atlanta and Charlotte. Panhandle forecast, bottoming out in the low 50s for many tonight. 50 for Morgantown, topping off here with some sunshine, and 76 on Wednesday, 80 toward Moundsville. Looking east for more low 50s. Davis, a cool spot with 46. Topping off 69 for Davis on Wednesday, but a lot of low 80s as you look from Petersburg towards Martinsburg. Meanwhile, mentioned some of that fog possible. Sutton representing that potential. 47 in Elkins tonight, 76 on Wednesday. Ripley, 80 and sunny. We'll see showers exiting to the south. Temperatures here, mid-40s to low 50s overnight, as well as mid-70s to low 80s for our Wednesday. Abundant sunshine Wednesday and Thursday. Some increasing clouds, but staying dry for our Friday and Saturday. Then Sunday could start a stormier stretch.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
This is Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law. Metro News Hotline is a 3-hour audio tour navigating the world of sports, news, entertainment, tech, and more from a Mountain State point of view. Hotline is a no politics zone. You can join the conversation. Text the show at 304-825-5304. 304-TALK-304. Here's the host for Metro News Hotline, Dave Weekley.
All right, welcome back to the show. Hour number 2, How Do You Do? Metro News Hotline. Keeping you company here in West Virginia every weekday afternoon, starting at 3:06 and taking you through the afternoon right up until 6 o'clock. Hey, wherever you're listening to the show today, inside the state or beyond the borders, just trying to get a read on what's going on back home, we hope you're having a good day. Gorgeous day here in Charleston, 76 degrees as we operate out of our flagship 580 WCHS here on Virginia Street, 1111. Just a couple blocks down from Charleston Catholic High School, and we're glad you're tuned in. Really glad you're tuned in. We got a lot of stuff to get into in the next 2 hours. Okay, let's start with the Tickets Tuesday controversy. We've got it all figured out here. We got it all figured out. We're going to play Tickets Tuesday. That will be at 5:33 this afternoon. After in or out at 5:25, we'll open up the phone lines. We'll give you more information about the phone line in just a little bit. But we figured out our prize. And I tell you what, it was worth the wait. Get a load of this. Today's prize for Tickets Tuesday is not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 tickets to go see the Orioles play the Reds at Great American Ballpark. That will be on Sunday, July the 5th. It's a 1:05 start. You might need some sunscreen. Just saying. But this should appeal to the Reds fans in our listening audience and to those of you who say we need to spend more time promoting the Eastern Panhandle. EP, this is for you, okay?
Best we can do
Reds.
for now, anyway. Best we can do for now.
That's
not
right.
bad. And that's right after the 4th, you know. So
Yes.
maybe you're traveling from the EP. You're going to stop over for the big concert in Charleston.
There you
know,
go.
for the regatta. and then head on over to a Sunday baseball game. Man, that's a good weekend if you ask me.
It's a good prize. So we're going to do that at 5:33. And if you've never experienced Tickets Tuesday, here's how it works. You get on the air with me. You pick your category. The categories rotate. Today's categories, we got the Belmont Stakes coming up this weekend. So let's do horse racing's Triple Crown. That'll be one category. Second category will be winning streaks. Winning streaks. And then we have the mystery category. And the way the mystery category works is it pays to listen to the show, because the answer to the mystery category will be something that will be revealed in the program before we get to Tickets Tuesday. So you pick your category, you get a multiple choice question, you answer that question correctly, and we'll hook you up with 4 tickets to go see the O's play the Reds on Sunday, July 5th. Okay? That sounds like a pretty good plan to me. One other note, we have never failed to move along the prizes. Every time we've had Tickets Tuesday, we have had a successful mission. I'm not planning on breaking that string today. So that's coming up in a little over an hour at 5:33. All right, here's what's happening in the financial markets today. Good day on the Dow. The Dow is up nearly 0.5%, gained almost 229 points today, 51,307 at the close. S&P 500 flat. It was up, but less than 10 points, closing at 7609. NASDAQ was flat as well, up less. It was up 7 points today. NASDAQ closing at 27,093. Among stocks of local interest to West Virginia that were big percentage gainers or losers today. Hey, how about AEP, Sleepy American Electric Power? Dividend play up 2.2%, gained $2.74, $126.53. At the close today, Caterpillar was up 5.1%, gained $43.88 per share. That'll work. A share going for $909.24 at the close. Also, a good day for regional banks. Fifth Third Bank was up 3.5%, tacked on $1.70, $50.26 at the close. In the energy space today, well, oil up 1.5%, gain $1.44. WTI on the NYMEX at $93.60, and at the moment, kind of a quiet day for natural gas, down but just 1 cent, $3.17 per unit. And what about the crypto? Crypto today down 5.6%. Down $4,000 and change, a coin going for $67,325. I tell you what, it's been a bumpy ride for the old crypto. I mean, you go back 7 months when a Bitcoin was going for over $120,000. We've pulled way, way back. It's interesting how crypto is kind of trading in lockstep with what's going on in the Middle East and the turmoil over there. We didn't expect that, but that's what's happening now. So Bitcoin at $67,000 and change today. All right, here is our question of the day. Question of the day. Oh, yeah. Edward J. Showmaker, the American engineer who invented the recliner and founded the Lazy Boy Furniture Company, was born on this date in 1904. So the question of the day, and it's sponsored by Salango Law. What can you tell us about your favorite chair? How old is it? And why does it work for you? What can you tell us about your favorite chair? How old is it? And why does it work for you? Text those in, 304-TALK 304, 304-8255 304. I'm on Exit Weekly, WEEKLEY. All right, what do you think? Let's get some Steeler talk going. Dave Bryan from Steeler Depot coming up right now. All right, Dave Bryan. Hey, Dave, are you in your favorite chair at the moment? Did we lose him? Hey, Dave, are you in your favorite chair? We're talking about chairs today.
Hey, I can hear you now. How are you, Dave? Happy Tuesday.
I'm fine. Are you in your favorite chair?
Absolutely. Only have one desk chair in here. So yeah, that would be my favorite one for sure.
All right. Okay, good deal. Hey, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. What's the Steeler take on the Myles Garrett situation to the Rams? I see this as a very good thing. How do you see it?
Yeah, Mike McCarthy, in so many words, was asked that this morning. What does he think about Myles Garrett no longer being in the AFC North? He says he's all for it. So you can't really blame him there. Look, what a big deal there. Now, look, I don't want to discount a guy coming over from the Rams in Jared Verse. Obviously a very talented and young player for the Rams, but make no mistake, he's not on the level of Myles Garrett at this point. And to have Myles Garrett out of the AFC North and not have to face him twice a year, that's something. Now, once again, Versus going, a speedy guy, a guy that's young, a guy that's developing as a pass rusher. The Steelers are going to certainly have to be able to handle him twice a season, but it goes without saying, you're talking about a former defensive player of the year and a guy that obviously broke the sack record last year. To not have to face him twice a season is really a win for the Steelers.
You know what? The other thing about this, and we'll move on to Steelers stuff in a sec, this kind of blows up the notion that the Browns would get 3 first-round picks for Garrett.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, look, I know their general managers talked about how that came together and how really the intention off the cuff was not to trade him. But I think Myles wasn't too happy with the way things transpired there in Cleveland. And let's face it, Cleveland is not going to be in a running for the Super Bowl this year. He obviously, with the Rams, will have a chance at that. And they did get a first, they're kind of scattered out. A first next year, a second the year after, and a third for the year after. And then obviously got a talented edge rusher under contract in Jared Verse. So if I'm the Browns, I'm probably making that same deal, if we're being honest here. But absolutely, multiple first round picks were out of the question, especially a guy at Myles Garrett on the back end of his career.
So the Browns now have 2 first-round picks. So are they in the arch sweepstakes for next year's draft? Yeah, absolutely they are.
Yeah, I think they could potentially be, for sure.
All right, let's talk. There's some things going on with the Steelers. What is the straight story on this dismissal of Darius Swinton II for workplace misconduct? He was the Steelers special teams coach. What is the story on that? What are you hearing about that?
I just, something, I don't know. We don't know for sure what exactly it is. And I don't want to speculate on that, but something happened obviously in the workplace that went against club rules, and they just decided to terminate him and move on, and that's been taken care of. And all Mike McCarthy would really say today is that the process is underway to hire another assistant special teams coach. So I don't have a clue as to what actual, what led to him being terminated there.
All right, there you go. A very strange situation. All right, let's talk a little bit about some of the names that are mentioned at SteelerDepot.com today about players, some pretty intriguing prospects who are being invited to minicamp.
Yeah, you got a handful of tryouts this time of year, and a couple of real notable ones. Robert Tonyan, tight end, who obviously spent a lot of his career at Green Bay. Obviously played with Aaron Rodgers and played for Mike McCarthy in the past. So he's a guy that's in, one of the 5 that's in. To be interesting to see if anything comes of that. The Steelers, they could potentially use another cheap tight end on that roster to kind of protect themselves on the depth chart. So we'll see where that goes. You have to think Aaron Rodgers, as long as Robert Tonyan is in good shape and still able to perform at a decent level, Aaron Rodgers would probably be in favor of signing him. And then a former first-round draft pick of the Washington Commanders, inside linebacker Jamin Davis. He was a 2021 first-rounder. I think he came out of Kentucky, I believe, when he was drafted, and obviously his career hasn't really gone the way he's wanted it to, or most of the NFL thought it would go. But that's another guy they got to look at today, and a handful of others. Linebacker Amari Burney, and let's see, wide receiver Trayvon Rudolph, and then another punter in James Platt, who's getting a look. And I think this team still only has one punter under contract in Cameron Johnston, and they normally take 2 to camp. So that could be a name to potentially watch after these tryouts happen these couple of days here.
Yeah, Platt's kind of an interesting prospect. I mean, he played at the Citadel in the Southern Conference. He was a second-team All-American in the Associated Press. He's got a big leg. And, sometimes when you see specialists like this, you can kind of find a diamond in the rough. You can go to the FBS, you can go to the FCS and find a specialist.
Yeah, look, you got Cameron Johnston, who's obviously had injuries over the course of his career, and once again, he's the only punter on the contract. You need to have guys available in that Rolodex in case something happens.
Right.
So even if the Steelers don't sign him ahead of training camp, at least he's a guy that they've looked at. Should they find out that they need another punter here during training camp or potentially once the preseason and regular season get underway.
And Davis. Jamin Davis, who is the former first rounder from UK, who is going to be in this mini camp, is kind of an intriguing prospect. Things obviously did not work out very well for him in Washington. But when you take a look at the numbers, I mean, his vertical, his 40 time, he's a talented athlete.
Yeah, well, when you look at him from a measurable standpoint, especially you looked at his tape coming out, in the draft several years ago, it was obvious that he's got the explosiveness. He had like 11-foot broad jump and a 42 vertical jump.
Yeah.
So, athletically, this guy checks all the boxes. Now between the white lines and his ability to actually play the position, those are two different things. But definitely a guy that the Steelers, and I think the Steelers had some interest back in him ahead of the 2021 draft as well too. I think they went to the pro day. I can't remember if they brought him in for a pre-draft visit or not, but they like those highly athletic, measurable guys, and Jamin Davis certainly meets that.
It's the beginning of June, so I can ask you your take on a couple of other general NFL things. I mean, what do you make of this rumor that's been flying around since the weekend that Aaron Donald is thinking about making a comeback? What do you think about that?
I just mentioned that to Dale before we got on together as well, too. Obviously, with Myles Garrett going over there to the Rams, I know we woke up to the buzz about Aaron Donald and all. I don't know. It makes sense, but on the flip side, Aaron Donald's not going to come back and play for just a league minimum as well, too. So they would have to figure out the financials and all that as well, too. I wouldn't blame Aaron Donald for wanting to come back, especially with that defense and having Myles Garrett over there. And the last I saw, Aaron Donald is still very much in shape. So it bears watching. It sounds like Aaron Donald hasn't said no. So
no.
I think that's where we're at right now. And Aaron Donald's a guy that as long as you don't have to play against him, he's certainly a guy that you root for. So it's certainly worth keeping an eye on between now and the start of training camp, I suppose.
I agree with all that. First of all, who doesn't believe that Aaron Donald couldn't play again, right? Don't you feel most people believe that here's a guy who really did not have a lot of injuries in his career? Most people believe he retired early after he won that Super Bowl. He's probably got the itch that he wants to keep playing, and it's kind of exciting to think about him coming back to a defensive line where you've got to give so much attention to Garrett. By the way, it was revealed today that Garrett's going to wear 95 with the Rams, his old number with the Browns, that he could be on the offensive lineman can't block everybody. I mean, let's be honest. If you got Donald and Garrett in the same front four, that's a nightmare for an O-line.
Yeah, I'm glad the Steelers don't have to play the Rams this year. That's for
got
sure.
That right.
There are going to be some quarterbacks that take some hits, especially if Donald does. They're already going to take some hits with Myles Garrett over there. They'll take a whole heck of a lot more if Aaron Donald comes back as well.
All right, finally, what do you think Odell Beckham Jr. is going to do with the Giants? What do you think?
Yeah, look, they signed a lot. Juju was one of the guys that they signed.
Yep.
I think they who was it? Byron Braxton, I think. And I view this as some old mud being thrown up on the wall to see what sticks. All those guys obviously aren't going to make the 53-man roster overall. I think they're just trying to add some experience to that room, see who might be in shape. To my understanding, these guys were signed to minimum contracts as well too. If I was a betting man, I would say that he doesn't make the roster, but look, Odell hasn't really been competitive in several years now. He seemed to be on his last leg a couple of years ago. So I think it's interesting. It's a nice talking point for this point of the offseason, but let's see how he actually performs through training camp. If I was a betting man right now, I'll say Odell doesn't make the 53-man roster, and probably the same for Juju if we're being honest.
All right, so mandatory mini camps underway for the Steelers. We'll talk more about this next week as Joey Porter Jr. and Nick Herbig are holding in. They're holding in, so we'll talk about that next week. Dave, thanks for jumping on with us today. I do appreciate it.
All right, my pleasure. Just good to have football and short season back. We'll talk next Tuesday.
Sounds good. Dave Bryan from Steeler Depot. Let's take a break. The Entertainment Report is coming up next.
Hi, I'm Chris Waddell, Principal and Office Lead for Martinsburg for CEC. After serving in the military, I found my home in Martinsburg. Traveling across the states, I've always wanted to serve my community. At CEC, I get to do just that. Our core values, clients first, and we own it, resonate with my mission-driven background. We solve problems by listening and collaborating, and as an employee-owned firm, we take pride in every project that we do. At CEC, we engineer progress in the great state of West Virginia.
Find out what CEC can do for you. Visit cecinc.com.
This boating season, elevate your family time with Lou Wendell Marine Sales. Proudly family-owned for over 40 years, Lou and his sons are West Virginia's largest Avalon pontoon dealer. Trusted experts in premium boats, motors, and service. Discover refined comfort, elegant design, and performance you can feel. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of preseason savings. At Lou Wendell Marine Sales, they don't just sell boats. They sell family fun. Visit LouWendellMarineSales.com because the weekend's almost here.
Don't forget about our podcast. Check out your favorite podcast provider or simply go to WVMetroNews.com and click on the podcast link. This is Hotline, presented by Salango Law on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
What does it mean to lead in medicine? J.W. Ruby Memorial Hospital is the top hospital in West Virginia, nationally recognized for 3 programs in 18 procedures and conditions. But to us, leadership means being first in care, in lives saved, in lives restored. In medicine, we lead in the ways that truly matter.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
For your daily fix of sports in West Virginia, there's only one stop. Sportsline on Metro News Television. Available on mobile, Roku, Fire TV, smart TVs, and online at WVMetroNewsTV.com. Join Kyle Wiggs, Coach Hunter, and Brett Howe weeknights for Sportsline on Metro News Television.
1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
Living in a studio apartment when you're married, things that are normally easy are all of a sudden difficult, like watching TV. In a studio apartment, you have to both want to watch TV at the same time. Then you have to want to watch the same thing at the same volume preference. Now, I don't know if my husband is hard of hearing, but to him, if the TV is not at volume 85 or above, it might as well be on mute. God forbid I bring the volume down to 65. He will passive-aggressively put on the captions. It's his silent way of yelling at me.
That's so good. So good. Tonight on the broadcast nets, ABC's got Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. We're going to give you a preview on that in about 5 minutes. Also, America's Got Talent season premiere, 2 hours worth tonight on NBC beginning at 8. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
This is Hotline, presented by Salango Law on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Lou Wendell Marine Sales. We sell family fun.
Hello, patchy fog is possible overnight into Wednesday morning, then a sunny and seasonable day. It will become summery again by the later part of the week into the weekend. Widespread rain chances don't return until Sunday. Then we could find ourselves with above average precipitation from June 9th to the 15th, same period leaning above average for temperatures as well. But the warmth arrives before June 9th. Thursday, highs around 5 or more degrees above daily average, and we'll continue to see similar territory each day through the weekend. For any thunderstorm activity or passing showers this evening, we're seeing that generated by a system exiting to our south, but the broad high-pressure system over the Great Lakes becomes our main influencer. So anything out there at 7 p.m. just doesn't last much longer. Overnight, we will see fog start to set up, could last until 9 a.m. or so, reducing visibility. Then sunshine becomes our main feature. FlyCRW forecast, it starts at home. Notice how hot it'll be by Friday if you're traveling to D.C. or New York, warmer there even than Atlanta and Charlotte. Panhandle forecast, bottoming out in the low 50s for many tonight. 50 for Morgantown, topping off here with some sunshine and 76 on Wednesday, 80 toward Moundsville. Looking east for more low 50s. Davis, a cool spot with 46. Topping off 69 for Davis on Wednesday, but a lot of low 80s as you look from Petersburg towards Martinsburg. Meanwhile, mentioned some of that fog possible. Sutton representing that potential. 47 in Elkins tonight, 76 on Wednesday. Ripley, 80 and sunny. We'll see showers exiting to the south. Temperatures here, mid-40s to low 50s overnight, as well as mid-70s to low 80s for our Wednesday. Abundant sunshine Wednesday and Thursday. Some increasing clouds, but staying dry for our Friday and Saturday. Then Sunday could start a stormier stretch.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
The 2026 High School Baseball State Championship. 4 classes, 4 champions, 1 unforgettable day. From first pitch to final out, the 2026 West Virginia High School Baseball State Championship, presented by Toyota, Saturday, June 13th. Watch live on Metro News Television, Facebook, and YouTube. Available on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs.
5, 3, 1.
All the sports West Virginia is talking about.
Nikki Izzo-Brown, coach of the nationally ranked WVU women's soccer team.
I think they're just having a very good understanding of each other.
Join Kyle Wiggs, Brett Howe, and Coach Hunter weeknights for Sportsline on Metro News Television. Available on mobile, Roku, Fire TV, Smart TVs, and online at WVMetroNewsTV.com.
All right, welcome back. It is 4:33, about halfway home on this edition of Metro News Hotline. Oh, my goodness. Drop the puck. We're ready to go. Stanley Cup Finals begin tonight in Raleigh. Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. So let's bring in our Metro News hockey insider, Alex Wiederspiel, for a little bit of a preview to talk about tonight's matchup between the Canes and the Knights, and maybe get a little Penguins talk as well. Alex, how you doing today?
Hey, Dave, what's going on, man?
Hey, I got to tell you, I watched your Locked On preview last night. You're pretty fired up, man. You're pretty fired up for this matchup.
It's one of the rare times where I'm literally sitting here and I can convince myself of either team seemingly every few minutes. Like, I walked into the last couple Stanley Cup Finals, and I'm not saying this was the consensus. I'm just talking about my take on the last few. I walked in with a clear idea. I thought Florida was the better team the last two times. I thought Vegas was better than Florida. I thought Colorado was better than Tampa. And I think you have to go back. And I think Tampa was clearly better than Montreal and Dallas when they played them. I think you really have to go back to St. Louis and Boston for a real coin flip series like this, where you're talking about the red hot team that made a coaching change versus the team that had been trying to get over the hump for so long. And I think that's a really good callback. And that series went 7 games.
Yeah. So who do you think America is rooting for in this series? Who do you think do you think it's Carolina?
I do. Yeah. I'd say, and without much doubt either, to be honest with you. We did a poll of our Locked On local hosts, and they're a combination of guys who either work in some element of media or they're just fans of the team. And it was overwhelming. Of our local hosts who participated, 12-4 in favor of Carolina. And I think that kind of is the vibe as well, because there are a lot of reasons that hockey fans in general don't really like Vegas. Now, some of those reasons are more or less legit than others, but I do think that generally speaking, if you're not an actual Vegas Golden Knight fan, you are probably maybe leaning towards Carolina.
All right, so it's fair to say that the conference finals in the East and the West wasn't exactly gripping television, right? But the potential is here. Do you think this thing is going 7?
Yes, I think. Oh man. Okay, let me rephrase. I am not picking it to go 7, because if I do pick it to go 7, I have to change my pick. That's how close this is. I think the home team is going to win in either Game 6 or Game 7, and that'll be the clincher. But I think either way, if you wind up in a scenario where the margin is that small, I will say this should be significantly better television than what we just saw in the conference finals, which were, I think you described accurately, not particularly entertaining. You saw on one side Carolina absolutely dismantle Montreal, and you saw Vegas. I thought they were spectacular, but I also thought they were lucky, right? So you when you are both good and lucky, you're going to sweep a lot of teams, and you're going to sweep good teams.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure this out. So Carolina has played the fewest games to get to the Stanley Cup Finals since 1987. They've won 12 of 13 playoff games. Conversely, Vegas, they arguably have the 3 best, most talented players in this series, and their defense just stymied Colorado to get to this level. Is defense the main theme here? Is the team that plays the best defense going to win this series?
In a sense, yes, because I think you have two goaltenders who neither one of these goaltenders I would look at and say during the regular season, oh, these are elite players. And in fact, in many respects, many, including myself, had believed the sun had kind of set on the best years of Freddie Andersen's career. So kudos to Carolina's goalie, the Great Dane. He's a big guy, if folks are not familiar. He's a big 6'5" Danish goaltender. And he's been on the butt end of some pretty rough playoff performances in his past. He's not really a starter anymore, and he's having the best postseason of any netminder in the league. So I think part of that has to do with the Carolina defense in front of him. I don't think that means it's guaranteed to be a low-scoring series, though. And part of that is because you look at Vegas and what they've been able to do. I don't have the exact number in front of me, but they lead the NHL postseason in shorthanded goals. And it's their ability to create off the counterattack that has been so spectacular. They play good defensive hockey. That's sort of a hallmark of John Tortorella as a head coach. But he's also, one of the things people forget is that his Philadelphia Flyer teams, and even to some extent his Columbus Blue Jacket teams, they embraced a little bit more ability to play off the rush and play a little bit more exciting brand of going through the neutral zone with speed, trying to create odd man situations, which is one of the more, easier ways to score in a sport where scoring goals is really, really hard.
You know what? I'm really glad you brought up Torts, okay? I'm really glad you brought him up because, hockey is a little different than an awful lot of other sports. In what other professional sport can you take a look at a team that makes a coaching change with 10 games to go in the regular season or around 10 games and then finds themselves in the finals? What is it about Torts? What has he done with Vegas? And why can't he hold a job? He's had so many different franchises he's 67 now. He's had big name franchises. He's had other franchises. He was with the Blue Jackets for a while. What is Torts doing? What's your take on him?
Well, I think for starters, nobody in this league at this point can really hold a job outside of maybe John Cooper with Tampa and Jared Bednar with Colorado. And
That's
for
fair.
The longest time, Mike Sullivan with Pittsburgh. It's why, Marty St. Louis is one of the longest tenured coaches in the league. And that's kind of bonkers to think about because he's still on his first job and hasn't really had a ton of success outside of this past season with Montreal. But so with Torts, it's funny, you ask any of his former players, and a lot of them will say they really do enjoy playing for Torts. Like they feel like he's a guy they can go into battle with. But there is also that element of he can be a tough dude to play for because he has really high expectations. And if you go back even further, stylistically, going back and dating to the New York Rangers era when they were the black and blue shirts and they went to a conference finals with Tortorella and ultimately lost in 6 games to the Devils, that was an era where their style of play was predicated around shot blocking. And as we've gone on, guys want to play that way less and less. It's not good for the longevity of your career. And again, I'm not saying Torts has completely abandoned the shot blocking mentality. If you watch Vegas, they're going to get in shooting lanes, and they made it an issue for Colorado that entire series. The difference is they are a lot better, and I think this is where talented guys come into play in Torts' system. When you have really talented guys who can play off the rush like that, you can then create offense off of a turnover forced by a blocked shot, which is maybe something that those early renditions of the Torts era Rangers and even the Lightning didn't quite have, although he did win a cup with the Lightning.
All right, we're talking with Alex Wiederspiel, our Metro News Hockey Insider, on the night that the Stanley Cup Finals begin tonight. Carolina is hosting the Vegas Golden Knights. All right, we talked about Tortorella. Rod Brindamore is the coach of the Carolina Panthers and the Carolina Hurricanes. And he had this response to a great question yesterday during the media scrum about why is Carolina so much better this year than last?
I don't know how much different we are. You look at the last few years, we've been right there, and then, we stayed healthy this time around. Not very many teams make it this far if they got injuries, and that's probably the biggest thing. And so I think, for us as an organization to block out the noise, we weren't our team in all these times, and so that's a big deal, but we went out and added a couple of real special players, and they're paying big dividends for us.
All right, so there you go, Rod Brind'Amour, the coach of the Carolina Hurricanes. And a quick note, if you're listening here in Charleston, ESPN Charleston is going to have all the games of the Stanley Cup Finals beginning tonight with Vegas at Carolina. Hey, let me ask you about Jordan Staal. So fair or not fair, I think a lot of players are thought to be aligned with one franchise that they win a cup with. And so Staal is back in the finals for the first time since he won a cup with the Penguins. What are we talking, like 16, 17 years ago now? But he's played for Carolina forever. If Carolina wins the Stanley Cup, will most people perceive Staal as a player for the Hurricanes rather than the Pens?
Yeah, and I think that honestly, I think it's already that way. You know, he left for Carolina when he was traded there, I believe, as a restricted free agent in after the 2012 season. And yeah, he had a couple of really nice seasons as the third center for Pittsburgh. And you know, it's funny to go back and kind of relitigate, you know, who won, who lost there. But ultimately, you know, Staal never really was that sort of 50, 60-point guy that he was in that era. He's always been more of this sort of 35 to 45-point matchup third center. And I do think ultimately with the Hurricanes, that's how he's going to be remembered, and that's where he's going to be remembered, even though right now his only Stanley Cup final victory, of course, is with Pittsburgh.
All right, so what do you think? If Carolina wins the Cup, does he come back or does he retire?
No, it's a really good question. I mean, it seems to me like he's still got the goods. This is a player who plays some of the toughest minutes on the ice defensively every single night on the penalty kill. My guess is that he would probably come back. I don't really have a good read on it. I'd probably have to ask my co-host who's in the Carolina market what the thought process is on Staal there. TJ Shalad, who's the former play-by-play of the Charlotte Checkers. I'd be very curious to hear what the rumblings are in the home market on Staal, because my guess is he's still only 37, and while both his brothers have at this point since hung it up, I would guess that even if they win, I have a feeling he still has more in the tank.
So just to wrap this up, I really enjoyed watching your Locked On NHL Game Night, a preview of the Stanley Cup Finals that begin tonight. What's that schedule going to be like going forward through the rest of the playoffs?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing recaps the night of for each night of the Stanley Cup Finals. So if there's a game that night, and of course the first three games are actually going to be in quick succession, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then we get our first break. There will not be, I believe, a Monday game. I think it then switches over to Tuesday. I'll bring up the schedule here in just a moment. But so we will do a recap each night. And, you know, typically those games, assuming they don't go into like massive overtime, puck drops around 8:20. So we're done around 11-ish. We record, takes us about 30 to 45 minutes. And then those are usually probably going to be up around midnight, 12:30. So if you're an East Coaster and you're in bed, I have good news for you. You can watch it or listen to it the next morning.
All right, Alex, thanks for joining us, man. We'll be checking in with you during the Stanley Cup Finals. I appreciate you coming on the show today. Thanks a lot.
I appreciate it, Dave, and I just hope for all our sakes it's better TV.
I think it will be. Alex Wiederspiel on the Stanley Cup Championships. The finals begin tonight in Raleigh. Let's take a break, and when we come back, it'll be time to get into the On This Date file. Stay tuned.
Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law, will return right after these messages.
Stay ahead of West Virginia weather with Metro News Television. Now bringing you a new way to stay informed across the Mountain State. Get updates daily at 9, noon, and 4. From headlines and precipitation to severe weather threats and highs and lows. See conditions from panhandle to panhandle and check travel with the Fly CRW forecast. Our meteorologists are on your screens and on Talkline, Midday, Hotline, and Sportsline, keeping you up to date. Metro News Television weather. Accurate, local, and always on.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
What does it mean to lead in medicine? J.W. Ruby Memorial Hospital is the top hospital in West Virginia, nationally recognized for 3 programs in 18 procedures and conditions. But to us, leadership means being first in care, in lives saved, in lives restored. In medicine, we lead in the ways that truly matter.
1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off, or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
All right, welcome back to the show. Almost 10 minutes till the hour. Thanks for tuning in today, folks. By the way, in the 5 o'clock hour, Anthony Lewis, our Mountaineer Insider, is going to be here. We'll talk a little bit about WVU's baseball win last night. Another exciting win, extra inning win over Kentucky to win the Morgantown Regional and go to the Super Regionals for the 3rd year in a row. That's no small accomplishment. That's really impressive. So we'll do that. That'll be at the top of the 5. We'll play in or out at 5:25. We got a Tickets Tuesday a little more than 33 minutes away, and a good prize today. If you come on with me, you pick your category. The categories rotate. Categories today are horse racing's Triple Crown. We got the Belmont Stakes this weekend. Winning streaks, and then the mystery category. Answer the question correctly, and they're relatively simple. You'll get not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 tickets to go see the O's play the Reds at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. That'll be Sunday, July the 5th. It's a 1:05 start. So that's coming up in about 35 minutes. We'll open up the phone lines after in around at 5:25. All right, time to crack open the On This Date file. We'll start with the birthdays, and as always, we'll start with the sports birthdays. A couple of eclectic ones today. Kyle Petty, NASCAR driver, 66 years old today. Earl Boykins. Oh, man, little Earl Boykins. He's 50 years old today. Played in the NBA for a long time. The Earl of Eastern, great star in the MAC at Eastern Michigan. Abby Wambach, soccer player, holds the record for international goals, 46 years old. The Walrus, Craig Stadler, having a birthday today. Stadler is 73 years old. He won the Masters in 1982. So Stadler won the Masters in 1982. He is 73 years old today. Entertainment figures today. Wayne Brady is 54 years old. Stacy Keach, 85. Jerry Mathers, the Beaver, is 78 years old today. Justin Long, 48. We have Aquafina, the comedian and actress. She's 38 years old today. Dana Carvey Dana Carvey from Saturday Night Live, Wayne's World. He's 71 years old today. Here's some Dana Carvey stand-up.
I'm so glad that my sons are in their 20s now because they are nightmares when they're teenagers. Because teenagers are literally insane, and their plans are insane. And you have to hear them out as the parent because you want to say no right away. But literally, when they were teenagers, I'd hear stuff like, we're going to drive to Lake Tahoe tonight. Really, when are you leaving? We're going to leave at 3:30 in the morning. Who's driving? Eduardo. Who's that? He's a substitute teacher at Drake High School. How many are going? There'll be 19 of us in his Cadillac Eldorado. I'm going to ride in the trunk. We're going to drive for 13 hours, snowboard for 11 minutes, and ride back.
There you go. Dana Carvey, 71 years old today. Birth anniversaries, Charlie Watts, original drummer of the Rolling Stones, was born in this state in 1941. Charlie died late August 2021 at the age of 80. Oh, 1928, Velveeta is introduced by Kraft. Here's a Velveeta ad from 1958.
Weight-watching moms and dads should enjoy Velveeta, too, because its extra goodness comes from the non-fat part of the milk. Velveeta and fruit are a smart dessert, especially if you young mothers before and after the baby comes. Give your whole family more of milk's vital food values the Velveeta way. Kraft's nutritious Velveeta is full of health from milk.
From milk, a Velveeta. Introduced on this date in 1928. That was an ad from 1958. And from the movies, 1989, Dead Poets Society rolls into theaters.
Some people like to roll, but moving and a groove is gonna satisfy my soul. Let's have a party.
Touchstone Pictures presents Robin Williams as John Keating, teacher.
Well, is this a dagger I see before me?
Philosopher.
I like Byron. I give him a 42, but I can't dance to it.
Orator.
Oh, Titus, bring your friend hither.
And founder of the Dead Poets Society.
A bunch of guys sitting around reading poetry.
No. Ding. Thank you for playing anyway.
All right, and our musical birthday to the break today. Tony Hadley of Spandau Ballet is 66. The 5 things to know at 5 o'clock in sports are coming up next.
With a thrill in my head and a pill on my tongue, there's over nerves that have just begun. Listening to my band all night long. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound. Always slipping from my hands. Stands a time of its own. Take your seaside arms and write the next line. Oh, I want the truth to be known.
This is Hotline, presented by Salango Law on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
I'm Sean Kovich, Mountaineer Golf Coach. When disaster strikes your home, business, or golf game, call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
The 2026 High School Baseball State Championship. 4 classes, 4 champions, 1 unforgettable day. From first pitch to final out, the 2026 West Virginia High School Baseball State Championship, presented by Toyota, Saturday, June 13th. Watch live on Metro News Television, Facebook, and YouTube. Available on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. Take your pick from our massive selection. Now up to $5,500 off select new Acadias and 3.9% for 60 months. The great deals continue with our large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
What does it mean to lead in medicine? J.W. Ruby Memorial Hospital is the top hospital in West Virginia, nationally recognized for 3 programs in 18 procedures and conditions. But to us, leadership means being first in care, in lives saved, in lives restored. In medicine, we lead in the ways that truly matter.
Sports headlines at 5 o'clock. Winners today at the state softball tournament in South Charleston in Quad A, Cabell Midland, Morgantown, GW, and University in AAA. John Marshall, Kaiser, Hoover, and Winfield. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Lou Wendell Marine Sales. We sell family fun.
Hello, patchy fog is possible overnight into Wednesday morning, then a sunny and seasonable day. It will become summery again by the later part of the week into the weekend. Widespread rain chances don't return until Sunday. Then we could find ourselves with above average precipitation from June 9th to the 15th, same period leaning above average for temperatures as well. But the warmth arrives before June 9th. Thursday, highs around 5 or more degrees above daily average, and we'll continue to see similar territory each day through the weekend. For any thunderstorm activity or passing showers this evening, we're seeing that generated by a system exiting to our south, but the broad high-pressure system over the Great Lakes becomes our main influencer. So anything out there at 7 p.m. just doesn't last much longer. Overnight, we will see fog start to set up. Could last until 9 a.m. or so, reducing visibility. Then sunshine becomes our main feature. FlyCRW forecast, it starts at home. Notice how hot it'll be by Friday if you're traveling to D.C. or New York, warmer there even than Atlanta and Charlotte. Panhandle forecast, bottoming out in the low 50s for many tonight. 50 for Morgantown, topping off here with some sunshine and 76 on Wednesday, 80 toward Moundsville. Looking east for more low 50s. Davis, a cool spot with 46. Topping off 69 for Davis on Wednesday, but a lot of low 80s as you look from Petersburg towards Martinsburg. Meanwhile, mentioned some of that fog possible. Sutton representing that potential. 47 in Elkins tonight, 76 on Wednesday. Ripley, 80 and sunny. We'll see showers exiting to the south. Temperatures here, mid-40s to low 50s overnight, as well as mid-70s to low 80s for our Wednesday. Abundant sunshine Wednesday and Thursday. Some increasing clouds, but staying dry for our Friday and Saturday. Then Sunday could start a stormier stretch.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
This is Metro News Hotline, presented by Salango Law. Metro News Hotline is a 3-hour audio tour navigating the world of sports, news, entertainment, tech, and more from a Mountain State point of view. Hotline is a no politics zone. You can join the conversation. Text the show at 304-825-5304. 304-TALK-304. Here's the host for Metro News Hotline, Dave Weekley.
All right, welcome back to the show. It's 5:06. Time to start the third and final hour of our program today, Metro News Hotline. Thanks so much for tuning in today, folks. I really do appreciate it. Man, we got a lot of stuff to do in this particular hour. We will reset our question of the day. Oh, Anthony Lewis is here, a Mountaineer Insider. You know, Coop, we've talked about the WVU regional final win last night in extra innings over Kentucky. A little, you know what we're going to do to start this hour? We're going to talk about it some more.
Well, that seems to make sense.
As we should. We're going to talk about it some more. So we'll do that. We'll play in or out at 5:25. Oh, it's Tickets Tuesday. I don't want to bury the lead. We got a Tickets Tuesday at 5:33. So the phone number here is 800-765-8255. 800-765-8255. But don't call in now. It only gets Coop upset when you do that. Wait until in or out at 5:25 is over. Then we'll take phone calls, and then we'll play Tickets Tuesday at 5:33. If you've never played, here's how it works. You get on the line with me, you pick your category. Categories rotate. There are 3 categories. Today's categories are horse racing's Triple Crown, because you got the Belmont Stakes running this weekend, winning streaks, and then the mystery category. And in the mystery category, if you've been listening today, the answer to that question has been revealed. You pick your category, you get a multiple choice question, answer that question correctly, you win the prize. And today's prize is a good one. 4 tickets to go see the Baltimore Orioles play the Reds. That will be Sunday, July the 5th. It's a 1:05 start. That's a really good prize. 4 tickets to go see the O's and the Reds. That will be on Sunday, July the 5th. That's what that is out there. Coop, when the people call in today, can you please ask the people who are on hold after we get a winner to stay on hold so I can talk to them?
I mean, I always do.
I know.
I always ask them to, but some people just want the transaction and not the talk.
I know. Anthony, isn't that terrible? People are so transactional. I'm just trying to have a friendly conversation with nothing on the line with our listeners, and they just drop off like flies.
That's the way of the world.
I suppose it is.
I'm shocked that they just can't text in the answers and win. And now they actually got to call.
Well, I mean, we could, but
I suppose that's
try to do the talk part of the radio every once in a while.
The uncomfortable part, right?
That's exactly right. All right, here's our question of the day. Question of the day. Edward J. Shoemaker, the American engineer who invented the recliner and founded the Lazy Boy Furniture Company in Monroe, Michigan, was born on this date in 1904. So here's the question of the day, and it's sponsored by Salango Law. What can you tell us about your favorite chair? How old is it, and why does it work for you? What can you tell us about your favorite chair? How old is it, and why does it work for you? You can text your answers in. Text line's a little different than the phone number. Text line 304-TALK 304, 304-8255-304. I'm on Exit Weekly, WEEK. Coop, our responses to this question today are rather light. I want to hear some chair stories.
Yeah.
I want to hear some chair stories. Anthony, what's your go-to chair at the house when you're like settling in to watch the ball game like you did last night?
So it's funny. For years, I sat on my couch. I have a leather couch. It's got recliners on both ends, and then I bought a recliner for the other part of the room. So when my daughter came over, we could sit, parallel and watch TV and talk, and she didn't have to sit beside me so close to the television. Now, I mean, I bet you that chair sat empty for 5 years. In the last year, I have moved to that chair, and it's like, I looked at it the other day. I was like, oh, this thing's getting worn out already, like where I've been parking myself. I sit in it every day now.
There you go.
It's and it's comfortable. And the funny story about that is I won that at Guys Night Out. I was
nice.
The fundraiser for the Y, and they had the best seat in the house, and nobody was bidding on it. So just to get it started, because I was like, I threw my hand up, and no one followed. So I took home a chair for like $200 or something.
That's pretty good.
It's a nice chair.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's pretty good. All right, my 45-second chair story. My dad called me back in the 90s, and he says, listen, I'm getting a new chair. Listen, I want that old chair. I want your old chair, the chair they always sat in. So Linda and I got a van, and this was on the day that Marshall played at NC State when the Wolfpack was nationally ranked. We got into the car as the game was beginning, went all the way to Bridgeport, loaded the chair and the ottoman, and drove it all the way back to Charleston, literally pulled right back into the driveway as the game was ending. And if you remember, looked like Marshall was going to win that game all the way down to the end of the game where NC State recovered an onside kick, and there was a phantom penalty on William King and blah, 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 blah. And so they ended up losing the game, but I did get the chair. They did
Listen
get the
to that on the radio.
It was a good game. It was a
Yes.
good game. All right, so, man, after what happened this weekend at the Morgantown Regional, West Virginia's got to go to Omaha, right? They got to go. I mean, when are you ever going to get another chance where you host a super regional and UCLA's not in it? Okay?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so the pressure's on, right? Like the ultimate, if you were facing UCLA, you would be a little nervous about it because you're going to LA and be like, oh, well, we got to really pull one off.
You'd be playing the national number one seed.
Yeah. It's like when we went to LSU, well, let's just take our swings. But now you've got a real opportunity to do this. And I don't like to talk too far ahead of myself because I even had someone recently, they started talking about Omaha yesterday, and somebody hit 2 home runs back to back in the game. It's like, don't talk about this stuff before, don't count your eggs before the chickens hatch. But, it's a great opportunity for the program. And let's just back up a little bit. I mean, look at the weekend in baseball in general. I mean, it was fun. It was a great weekend in baseball. I feel like people, and it's probably because we're so close to it. West Virginia's involved, but people are really dialed into this NCAA baseball tournament, where it used to be probably 80% of my friends were like, oh, they're still playing. I thought they were out of school already.
It's a fringe sport.
Yeah.
It's a fringe sport.
So, but people were just dialed in, and there were a lot of great games over the weekend. There was an opportunity for Virginia Tech to even possibly come to Morgantown.
Pitt.
I mean, they got left out, which
right.
I was still like, wow, I can't believe they got dumped. But anyway, it was just a great weekend, and what a historical and storybook weekend for Coach Sabins and the program. You're talking about a guy that's in his second year there, been with the program 11 years, and guys, I consider myself an old guy now, so old guys like me remember the Holly Field days.
You're right.
Walking around, and it would be like the girlfriends and the GAs over there at the baseball park.
I've told this story before. When I was at Channel 5 back in the 80s, one of our goals would be, if we went to a WVU baseball game, would be to get a crowd shot of maybe 7 people together.
Yeah.
Okay?
Shoot it tight.
Yeah, shoot it tight and, pretend that there were a bunch of people there. That's the other thing that's been crazy about this weekend. I guess maybe because we're a little close to it, we don't really realize it. But, man, it just seems like on social media and on a lot of national media types, they've really – the team's done great. There's no question about that. But it's been the reaction of the fans that's really gotten a lot of national attention. Am I right about that?
Yes, I was on the phone earlier. So now I'm trying to dive in and find ways for tickets, not for myself because I can't go, but for my friends. And I said it's West Virginia fashion, right? We've brought the football atmosphere to the ballpark, and I'm sure the beer sales were probably a record pace. Sunday, think about this, doubleheader. They probably get there at 9:00 in the morning. Let's say they have a few Bloody Marys. They go to the ballpark. Then they got an hour and a half in between, and it was a rowdy, loud, almost SEC type atmosphere. I mean,
I've heard a lot of people say that.
Yeah, and but it's great for the West Virginia brand of baseball. If I'm a recruit or I'm like looking at schools or they've called me and I saw that, I'm like, yeah, I want to play in front of that because I saw other national teams, ranked teams that didn't even have all the seats filled.
Well, here's the thing. When you have arrived, right, is when you've got fans scalping their own tickets to these games.
Yeah.
Did you ever in your wildest imagination think that WVU fans would be able to get money for
So this is just amazing to watch this story. And then, you only hope that this attention brings WVU baseball to the next level. Like I'm looking around the facility going, where can we put some more like general admission seats? Where's some VIP seats? Like, where can we grow this thing and make West Virginia a national power? My sister follows Division I baseball. I've never seen anything like it. And clearly her son's playing right now, so she's dialed in. But she was telling me even the national people that they talk to are reaching out to her about WVU because they know that she's from West Virginia. And the program and what people are seeing on television is making waves across the country.
So I wonder what this weekend's going to be like.
Oh, this is everybody I've talked to up there they're already like, we've got to get this restaurant open early. We've got to do this. We got to do that. I've got one guy that's he's getting to be a little older now, and he's like, I'm going to have to pass. He's like, I think it's going to be so crazy. I don't know if I can go for a baseball game. We're not talking about
a WVU baseball game. It's too crazy to go.
Yeah.
It's funny. Just the one more thing about the 80s where, I would drive to Holly Field and you'd think to yourself, well, I think there's a game today. When I get to the parking lot, if there's cars there, there's probably a game. There were a couple of times literally where I would drive to Holly Field. There would be virtually no cars there, but a game would be going on.
Yeah, this is just amazing. And then what they've done with the facilities, it's a whole nother thing. Yeah. So, good for them. I'm excited. This is just gives you something extra to watch this time of year. And when your team's involved, it makes it even better.
So, it's one of those things where, our fan base would complain about early start times for college football games. You're going to have to get ready for these games against Cal Poly because Friday and Saturday they go at noon.
Yeah.
And if we need a game on Sunday It's a TBA, but we do know Friday and Saturday. Both of those games will be nooners.
So there's going to be a lot of sick days for all you employers out there. There's probably
well,
going to be
not that many, right? I mean, there's only limited. What are we talking? Like, how many seats can you get in there? It only holds like 4,000.
There's just
right?
like the NCAA tournament. People are going to be calling off and going to sports bars.
I
and
suppose
watching this.
so. I suppose so. You know, it did look like there were an awful lot of people who were outside the facility just trying to get a good sight line into the thing.
Yeah, so I mean, if you go to Twitter or X and go over and and search around, there's tons of video. There were thousands of people up on the hillside.
Yeah,
that are just camped out up there, like in chairs and blankets, and I mean, this is unbelievable. Kind of reminded me of the old days at Mountaineer Field in the '80s when you could go sit in the grassy areas.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
remember that?
Oh, hey, at the old stadium where I lived in Sunnyside, you could literally look down into Old Mountaineer Field and see like 80 yards of the field.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of games we stayed up there.
Yeah, may as well.
Those were the days,
Yeah.
right? Let's take a break, and we'll come back and play in or out. Stay tuned.
You can call us at 800-765-8255. Text us at 304-825-5304. Or tweet at WEEKLEY. This is Hotline, presented by Salango Law on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
What does it mean to lead in medicine? J.W. Ruby Memorial Hospital is the top hospital in West Virginia, nationally recognized for 3 programs in 18 procedures and conditions. But to us, leadership means being first in care, in lives saved, in lives restored. In medicine, we lead in the ways that truly matter.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. Take your pick from our massive selection. Now up to $5,500 off select new Acadias and 3.9% for 60 months. The great deals continue with our large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
The 2026 High School Baseball State Championship. 4 classes, 4 champions, 1 unforgettable day. From first pitch to final out, the 2026 West Virginia High School Baseball State Championship, presented by Toyota, Saturday, June 13th. Watch live on Metro News Television, Facebook, and YouTube. Available on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs.
I'm Sean Kovich, Mountaineer Golf Coach. When disaster strikes your home, business, or golf game, call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
All right, don't forget, we got Tickets Tuesday coming up in about 10 minutes. We'll open up the phone lines after in or out. The number to call here, 800-765-8255, 800-765-8255 for 4 tickets to go see the O's play the Reds. That'll be Sunday, July the 5th. All right, let's play in or out. Every day at this time, we focus on the stuff you talk about at the office. We call it in or out. The setup is simple. 3 categories: food or beverage, gut reaction. Finally, this one's about a celebrity, the topics of which change daily. Let's get started with food or beverage. Coop, are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Taco Bell is introducing its first cold brew coffee lineup across all 31 Live Moss Cafe locations. The launch marks the latest addition to the brand's ongoing menu innovations. Taco Bell is trying to reach $5 billion in beverage sales by 2030. Cold brew at Taco Bell. In or out?
We're talking about alcohol?
No, we're talking about coffee.
Oh, coffee cold brew. I'm sorry. That's what I meant. I heard the coffee part. Man, that's not like I've never had coffee at Taco Bell in my life. I've never looked at coffee at Taco Bell. I didn't even know they had it on the menu. Do they have it now?
Well, this is right now. It's at the Live Moss Cafe locations,
well,
but they're on the. If they're going to get to $5 billion by the end of this decade, it's coming to the location.
I just wonder if they have hot coffee. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm kind of out on this. I don't know. It sounds like it's going to be expensive, and it's not something I would generally get at Taco Bell anyway, so I don't know.
What do you think, Anthony? Cold brew coffee at Taco Bell. At the Live Moss Cafe locations now, there's 31 of those, but, they got thousands of locations across the country. What do you think?
This is obviously just a test.
Yes.
So this will be coming to your local Taco Bell. I'm going to be out on this. I mean, first of all, I don't think Taco Bell for breakfast at all. Like, even when they do the breakfast burritos, like, I don't need my day starting off that way. So I'm out on this.
I'm kind of with Coop on this in terms of when I buy Mexican food, I really don't think about coffee.
Yeah, it's just
I'm not feeling that. So I'm going to be out. Oh, Coop, you're going to love this. Sunil Joseph, a 57-year-old Indian man, earned the Guinness World Record for collecting 858 different paper cups from 31 nations. His passion for collecting began in his childhood with stamps, coins, and matchbook stickers, expanding to include razor blade wrappers, airline boarding passes, coffee mugs, and tea bags. 558 paper cups from 31 nations. In or out?
I don't know. Everybody has something. I mean, I'm not going to harsh the guys. At least it's not a record of any kind. It's not a Guinness Book of World Record, right? So he's just doing it for his own personal.
No. He's got the record.
Oh, it is a record. I missed that.
Record.
Oh, okay. But I think it's silly. But anyway, whatever. I guess I'll be in.
He previously held the Guinness record in 2014 for his collection of nearly 6,000 phone cards. Inspired by discovering a UAE phone card in his brother's wallet in 1997. Anthony, 858 phone paper cups from 31 nations. In or out?
I'm going to be out on this. And I feel like every time there's something Guinness Book related, Coop is always out on these little.
That's why I bring them up.
It's just it makes no sense. It's nonsense.
I'm with you on this. I'm out. There's generally nothing. I'm like when these silly things like this that Guinness does. So I'll be out on this.
You know what? I'm going to be out on this as well.
And I'm a hoarder too.
By the way, he's already applied for another record attempt involving wedding invitations. He claims he has over 600 of those.
My guess is every Guinness record holder is a net negative in revenue generated.
That's probably right.
They spend more money to get the record than they do for anything they get for it.
I agree with that. This one's about a celebrity. Serena Williams is coming back at the age of 44. She just accepted a wild card invitation to the HSBC Championships in London next week. 23-time Grand Slam champ, retired 4 years ago. Serena Williams. In or out?
This is awesome because I read a story a couple weeks ago where she was coming back to play a doubles tournament, but she's going to come back and compete in singles matches, man. I'm all about this. Serena's one of my favorite athletes of all time. I got to be in. Absolutely.
Anthony, what are your thoughts here? Serena Williams coming back at 44. In or out?
Well, I mean, God bless her, but she is one of the greatest tennis players of all time. So, if you're the greatest at any sport at 44, you're probably better than me at 21. So good for her. I'll be in on this.
Hey, I've been watching the TV, and I see she slimmed down a bit. You seeing that? She looks good.
I think she's doing some sort of commercials about it, too.
Yeah, I've heard there's commercials or something. So she holds 73 career singles titles, 4 Olympic gold medals, and spent 319 weeks as the WTA's top-ranked players. I mean, come on now. Serena Williams is awesome. Absolutely in on that. Anthony, thanks for jumping in to talk some baseball with us today.
It's always good to see you guys.
Anthony Lewis, our Mountaineer Insider. Okay, phone lines are open for Tickets Tuesday. The number to call here, 800-765-8255, 800-765-8255. Get on with us, play Tickets Tuesday. The prize today, outstanding. 4 tickets to see the O's play the Reds on Sunday, July the 5th. That's coming up next after this local news break. This is Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Lou Wendell Marine Sales. We sell family fun.
Hello, patchy fog is possible overnight into Wednesday morning, then a sunny and seasonable day. It will become summery again by the later part of the week into the weekend. Widespread rain chances don't return until Sunday. Then we could find ourselves with above average precipitation from June 9th to the 15th. Same period, leaning above average for temperatures as well. But the warmth arrives before June 9th. Thursday, highs around 5 or more degrees above daily average, and we'll continue to see similar territory each day through the weekend. For any thunderstorm activity or passing showers this evening, we're seeing that generated by a system exiting to our south, but the broad high-pressure system over the Great Lakes becomes our main influencer. So anything out there at 7 p.m. just doesn't last much longer. Overnight, we will see fog start to set up. Could last until 9 a.m. or so, reducing visibility. Then sunshine becomes our main feature. FlyCRW forecast, it starts at home. Notice how hot it'll be by Friday if you're traveling to D.C. or New York, warmer there even than Atlanta and Charlotte. Panhandle forecast, bottoming out in the low 50s for many tonight. 50 for Morgantown, topping off here with some sunshine and 76 on Wednesday, 80 toward Moundsville. Looking east for more low 50s. Davis, a cool spot with 46. Topping off 69 for Davis on Wednesday, but a lot of low 80s as you look from Petersburg towards Martinsburg. Meanwhile, mentioned some of that fog possible. Sutton representing that potential. 47 in Elkins tonight, 76 on Wednesday. Ripley, 80 and sunny. We'll see showers exiting to the south. Temperatures here, mid-40s to low 50s overnight, as well as mid-70s to low 80s for our Wednesday. Abundant sunshine Wednesday and Thursday. Some increasing clouds, but staying dry for our Friday and Saturday. Then Sunday could start a stormier stretch.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
The 2026 High School Baseball State Championship. 4 classes, 4 champions, 1 unforgettable day. From first pitch to final out, the 2026 West Virginia High School Baseball State Championship, presented by Toyota, Saturday, June 13th. Watch live on Metro News Television, Facebook, and YouTube. Available on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs.
5, 3, 1.
All the sports West Virginia is talking about.
Nikki Izzo-Brown, coach of the nationally ranked WVU women's soccer team.
I think they're just having a very good understanding of each other.
Join Kyle Wiggs, Brett Howe, and Coach Hunter weeknights for Sportsline on Metro News Television. Available on mobile, Roku, Fire TV, Smart TVs, and online at WVMetroNewsTV.com.
welcome back. 26 minutes till the hour. It's going to be Tickets Tuesday here in just a moment. We got a little breaking news before we get into that. A little breaking news. It was funny when we had Dave Bryan from Steeler Depot on at 4 o'clock today. We mentioned the Steelers' mandatory minicamp underway, and a couple of members of the defense, Joey Porter Jr. and Nick Herbig, were quote-unquote holding in as they try to negotiate new contracts. Well, Herbig can put his helmet on and hit that sled as much as he wants now, because it's just been released that Herbig and the Steelers have agreed to a 4-year, $100 million contract extension that includes $42 million guaranteed. The deal for Herbig comes off a career-high 7.5 sacks last year. So Herbig, take his name off the board. He is in the fold. Once again, Herbig and the Steelers have agreed to a 4-year, $100 million extension that includes $42 million guaranteed. Adam Scheffner and he wrote the story for ESPN, but there you go. So Herbig and the Steelers have agreed to a deal. That is breaking news, as they say. All right, Coop, we're locked and loaded, right, for all of our contestants? Let me tell you a little bit about Tickets Tuesday. Here's how it works. We played at 5:33 when we have some good prizes, and next week we're going to have some Chicago tickets. But what we got today? 4 tickets to go see the O's play the Reds. That's a good prize. On Sunday, July 5th, so it's going to be during the July 4th holiday weekend. So this could be a big prize to win, to give to your relatives, whatever. 4 tickets to go see Baltimore play Cincinnati at Great American Ballpark on Sunday, July the 5th. It's a 1:05 start at Great American Ballpark. So here's how Tickets Tuesday works. All our lines are lit up, by the way. The number here, but somebody's going to have to drop off the line for you to get in there. So if you're ringing in and you're getting a busy signal, be patient. Somebody will come off the line here in a minute. The number here is 800-765-8255, 800-765-8255. That telephone number is just a little bit different than the text line, so be aware of that. The categories today are the horse racing's Triple Crown, because the Belmont Stakes, the final race of the Triple Crown, is this weekend in New York. Also, the other categories are winning streaks and the mystery category. The answer, of course, to the mystery category is something that has been discussed already today. So, Coop, let's line them up and let's talk to them. And we'll begin with Jeremy, who's calling in from Ripley. How you doing today, Jeremy?
Pretty good. How are you?
Hey, man. Thanks for coming on the show. What have you been up to today? What have you been doing?
Just working. You know how it is.
I got you, brother. I got you. All right. We got 3 categories. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was going to say $42 million would buy an awful lot of Reds tickets.
Yes, it would. Yes, it certainly would. All right, we got 3 topics today. Horse racing's Triple Crown, winning streaks, and the mystery category. Which one would you like?
Man, I've only got to listen to an hour, so unless it was discussed in the last hour, the mystery category could be pretty hard for me. I'm going to go with the first one, the Triple Crown for the...
Okay, all right. Yeah. Horse racing's Triple Crown. The Belmont Stakes is this weekend. In the history of American thoroughbred racing, only 13 horses have managed to win the Triple Crown by sweeping the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness Stakes, and the Belmont Stakes in a single season. Who was the last horse to win the Triple Crown? Was it Justify in 2018, 1941 Whirl Away, 1973 Secretariat, or in 2015 American Pharoah? Do you need the question again?
No, I'm going to guess because I had a pretty good, I thought I did, guess on the question. So Secretariat?
Secretariat is not correct. Secretariat is not correct. No, we're looking for the last one, the most recent one, to win the Triple Crown. Hey, Jeremy, thanks for calling in, man. You know how to play the game, and I appreciate you listening.
Awesome, man. Good show.
All right, thanks. All right, take Jeremy off the board, and that opens up another line for another listener. Don't forget the number here is 800-765-8255. Oh, let's go to Putnam County, where we find Dennis this afternoon. Hey, Dennis, how you doing?
Good, Dave. How you doing?
Man, couldn't be better, man. Doing really well. Thanks so much for calling in, and thanks for listening. All right, we got 3 categories. I really want to hook you up with these Reds tickets, man. You probably heard on hold the question about the Triple Crown. We also have categories winning streaks and the mystery category. Which one would you like?
I think I'll go with the Triple Crown.
All right, Triple Crown. In the history of Americans thoroughbred racing, only 13 horses have managed to win the Triple Crown by sweeping the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont Stakes in a single year. Who was the last horse to win the Triple Crown? Was it Justify, Whirl Away, Secretariat, or American Pharaoh?
I'm pretty sure it was Justify.
Justify is correct. Justify, with Mike Smith aboard, won the Triple Crown in 2018. You like horse racing?
My boss lives in Louisville, so I've been out to Churchill Downs, and he keeps me apprised of what's going on. So
when the Preakness was run this year, they had it at Laurel as opposed to Pimlico because they're doing a big reconstruction project at Pimlico. I think they're building it back up from the ground up. I've been to Laurel, but I've never been to Pimlico. So the Belmont Stakes is this weekend. So there you go. All right. Hey man, this isn't your normal 2 tickets to go see a Reds game. This is a 4-pack. You got 3 friends you want to take to the game? How are you going to work this out?
Oh, absolutely. I'm taking 29 on the July 11th game. We're going out to see the Cubs July 11th, so I'll go out there twice. I don't mind.
Oh, I tell you what. Now this is a pretty good deal. That July 5th game is a Sunday. It's in the middle of the July 4th weekend. It's a 1:05 start. Man, you'll be back home before it gets dark.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's great.
Good deal. All right, so you know the drill. Hang on. Coop will get all your details.
Actually, I just have one question for you, Dennis. Is the number you called in on, is that your text number?
That's it, and I've got the ballpark app.
Then you have tickets right now.
There you go.
Okay.
Good job.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right.
Go. Thanks so
Good
much.
job. Hey, man, that was nice and easy.
That was. And Mike has stayed on the line.
Oh, awesome. All right, let's you know what? Let's go to Oak Hill. I've said that more than once. Let's talk to Mike. How you doing today, Mike? Hey, Mike.
Maybe I spoke too soon. He may have got another call and then decided. Oh, there he is. There he is.
I'm good. How you doing?
Hey, man, are you on the road?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Dude, you're always on the road. You're always on the road. Man, just
I'm on my way home from work.
There you go. There you go. Hey, I wish I had more tickets to give away. I got a couple of categories left for absolutely no prizes. You want to take a shot at one?
We can.
All right, I got winning streaks in the mystery category. Which one would you like?
Let's do the winning streak.
You want to do winning streaks? Okay. Coop, I think you're going to like this question. Because it was on this date in 2004 that Ken Jennings began his winning streak on Jeopardy. How many games did Ken Jennings win in a row on Jeopardy? Was it 34, 54, 74, or 94?
74.
74 is correct. Listen, Mike, you're an ace, man. You're an absolute ace. Hey, we're going to do another Tickets Tuesday next Tuesday for some Chicago tickets. Make sure you call back in then, okay?
Yeah. I had tickets last week for the Reds, and I got rained out.
Oh man.
Dude.
Oh, dang.
Oh, dude. Hey, you're a great listener, and you know, Mike, how many times do you think you played this game?
A bunch.
Quite a few. Mike's been around.
Yeah, Mike knows. Hey, man, hands at 10 and...
I've won at least 10, 15 times probably.
Yeah, you have. You have.
Maybe, yeah.
All right, hands at 10 and 2, and have a safe trip home.
Have a good day, fellas.
All right,
Thanks,
see you, Mike. Mike and Oak Hill. Got anybody left, or has everybody left me, Coop?
No, that's it. But I do have a text that we just got that,
Okay.
I have to read. This is
All right.
from a listener, Brad, from the 571-205. I don't think that's anyway. Let's see. It's a – I just now realized he asked not to put it over there. But it's a listener that came in who went to Chef Paul's.
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
nice.
And got to hear Ryan on Ryan doing traffic. So somebody
Nice.
that's not typically in the area was able to hear Ryan doing traffic, which is pretty cool.
Coop, we've done a few weeks of Tickets Tuesday Classic. Is it about time to roll out a special Stump Me edition maybe next week?
Maybe the next we could do it for Chicago tickets or the next time we have Reds tickets.
Yeah, there you go. Because now we really believe that next week we're out of Chicago
yeah.
tickets.
What
after
happened
next week.
is the promoter came back to us. They liked the job we were doing, so the promoter came back to us last week and asked if we could give another set away for him. So that's what we're going to do.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, you want to go? You want to try to do the mystery category?
Hey, man, I've been listening to the show all day, but been a little busy back here, but I'll give it a shot.
Okay. All right. It was on this date in 1964 that the Rolling Stones' first American concert tour began in Lynn, Mass. All right. And there's a little other news about the Rolling Stones because Mick Jagger says he can't wait to tour again with the Rolling Stones. He just told Ronnie Wood, who's got a radio show on BBC Two, that very recently. He says he wants to return to the road as soon as possible. The Stones canceled their planned 2026 UK and European stadium tour late last year with reports that Keith Richards couldn't commit to the dates. Now, Keith previously hinted that he wants to return to the road as well in 2027. The Stones have a new album, Foreign Tongues, that's coming out next month. It's going to be out on July the 10th. The original drummer of the Stones was born on this date. The original drummer of the Rolling Stones was born on this date. Who was the original drummer of the Rolling Stones? Was it Keith Moon, John Bonham, Ringo Starr, or Charlie Watts?
Yeah, Charlie Watts.
There you go. See,
that one's pretty good.
That was okay. That was pretty good. Listen, we want to give our prizes to our listeners, right?
Of course.
So we're not trying to trick people.
Yeah, of course, of course. And I've gotten some people before saying, when you give the first question out and people get it wrong, it gives people time to Google. Yes, I know that.
That's fine.
It's fine,
That's
man.
fine.
We just want you to listen and call in and win.
Hey,
tickets.
man, we're just one happy audio family here.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all about volume. People say, how can you make money on this deal? Volume. So we're very happy that Dennis was able
to turn it up to 11 on volume.
That's exactly right. So that's a pretty good prize, though. 4 tickets to see the O's play the Reds. Hey, we're here for you, EP. We're there for you, Eastern Panhandle.
Hey, I know the Nats
right?
are coming to town a little later. I'll get the Nats in there, too. And the Buccos will be back, too. So we'll get the Nats and the Bucks in there.
Never say that we don't pay attention to our listeners in the Eastern Panhandle. We are there for you as well.
We're going to get like 50,000 texts. It's 4 tickets, Dave.
That's probably accurate. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back with more. You know what? It's probably time to get caught up on the softball tournament, right? We'll do a recap of what's going on with that and have a little bit more for you. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Zach Hupp.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
The 2026 High School Baseball State Championship. 4 classes, 4 champions, 1 unforgettable day. From first pitch to final out, the 2026 West Virginia High School Baseball State Championship, presented by Toyota, Saturday, June 13th. Watch live on Metro News Television, Facebook, and YouTube. Available on mobile, Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, LG TV, and select Samsung Smart TVs.
1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
What does it mean to lead in medicine? J.W. Ruby Memorial Hospital is the top hospital in West Virginia. nationally recognized for 3 programs and 18 procedures and conditions. But to us, leadership means being first in care, in lives saved, in lives restored. In medicine, we lead in the ways that truly matter.
Stay connected to what's happening today in West Virginia.
What about this, or what about that? And it just went back and forth. And I was just the guy reading the text. Okay, so what's your take on the whole thing?
Well, now you just get me fired up. Now
right. So I'm gonna turn on. I'm gonna run down to Wendy's and grab a burger, and I'll be back.
Join Dave Allen weekdays for midday on Metro News Television.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
I'm Sean Kovich, Mountaineer Golf Coach. When disaster strikes your home, business, or golf game, call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
If it matters in West Virginia, it's being talked about here.
I always said I was going to move to a mountain in Tucker County, but probably going to put a data center on it, so I got to find a new plan.
Join Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows for Talk Line on Metro News Television. Sports Line on Metro News Television.
I was sitting with a guy last night, and he said, all right, I'm going to go put $1,000 on it. Well, down the stretch of that ball game, he's looking at us like, are you kidding me? Sure enough, the Mountaineers came back. I saw him today. He said, yep, I'm putting another $1,000 on them tomorrow.
All right, welcome back to the show. 9 minutes till the hour. You know, Metro News is your home for all the action when it comes to the West Virginia High School softball tournament in South Charleston. Crowned champions in single A and double A last week. Triple A and quad A action underway at the Rock. Let's go through a little bit of the action from earlier today. We'll start with Triple A. The action began with the number 1 seed John Marshall going up against Robert C. Byrd of Clarksburg. And the Monarchs had their way. They won that game 14-0. Game 2 in AAA, Kaiser defeated Point Pleasant 8-5. Hoover is the 3 seed. The Huskies were a winner over the number 6 seed, Pikeview, 8-0. And Winfield defeated Brook 8-0 in a game where the Generals threw a no-hitter. So, coming up tonight in session number 2, game number 5, set to start at 6:30. Robert C. Byrd and Point Pleasant will be playing in an elimination game, and Pikeview and Brook will go after that game is concluded. All right, so let's go ahead and go down to Quad A. That's 4A competition here in West Virginia. By the way, this is the first year in softball that 4 classifications have been determined for state championships. So as I said, single A and double A last week, triple A and quad A this week. In Quad A today, Cabell Midland blank Jefferson 9-0. Morgantown was a 1-0 winner over Hurricane. They defeated the Redskins, only a single run in that game. George Washington defeated Parkersburg South 6-1. And University High was a winner over the number 7 seed from the Eastern Panhandle, Washington 2-0. So tonight, Game 5 in Quad A, you've got Jefferson and Hurricane, followed by Parkersburg South and Washington. Both of those games, Jefferson and Hurricane and Parkersburg South and Washington, those are elimination round games. Coop, help me out with what's going on ESPN Radio here in Charleston. Do we have any games tonight?
Just one game. The Hurricane game in Quad A will be the one game we carry. That's right at 6:30.
Okay, so there you go. And by the way, if you go to the website, if you're not in the Charleston area and you're listening to us and you're interested in this, if you go to the website, both sites are being streamed. So you can go to either field that you want. There's game stories, there's photos. Also, it's a great way to, if you're on X like I am, a great way to follow the tournament is to just go to hashtag WVPrepSB, and you'll find all of the posts through the day from Metro News and the other reporters around the state that are following the tournament. All right, let me get you to the Major League Baseball schedule for tonight. So the Pirates just wrapped up a homestand, going 5-2 in the 7-game homestand, including a 3-game sweep of the Twins. The Bucks were off yesterday, and they will take on the Astros in Houston tonight. First pitch scheduled for 8:10. Bubba Chandler. There's so much drama about what's going on with the Pirates starting rotation. So Chandler, with a 1-6 record and an ERA of just under 5, gets the call tonight. I mean, how crazy would it be now that Carmen Mlodzinski is off the restricted list and back with the Pirates, that if Chandler got knocked out of the box and Mlodzinski pitched well tonight, it could happen. It's a very good possibility. That would only throw a little more fuel on the fire. The Reds are at home. It'll be game 2 of their set with the Kansas City Royals. Kind of a tough situation last night, right? Where Burns was supposed to go. He couldn't go because of an illness, and the Reds got beat 9-2. Now Andrew Abbott, the lefty, goes tonight against the Royals. The Reds do not want to fall back to 500. They are 30-29 on the season, and it would behoove them to win the game tonight.
And Burns goes tomorrow.
Oh, Burns going tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Abbott and Burns to finish up this series. Man, the Royals are not very good. They even without Ellie, they need to get 2 wins here.
So first pitch at Great American Ballpark is at 7:10 tonight, and the Dirty Birds, after having a Monday off, they're in action tonight as well, playing at York in the Atlantic League. All right, let's take a break, and we'll come back and wrap it up for the day in a minute.
I was proud to be a
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off, or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
What does it mean to lead in medicine? J.W. Ruby Memorial Hospital is the top hospital in West Virginia, nationally recognized for 3 programs in 18 procedures and conditions. But to us, leadership means being first in care, in lives saved, in lives restored. In medicine, we lead in the ways that truly matter.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
For your daily fix of sports in West Virginia, there's only one stop. Sportsline on Metro News Television. Available on mobile, Roku, Fire TV, smart TVs, and online at WVMetroNewsTV.com. Join Kyle Wiggs, Coach Hunter, and Brad Howe weeknights for Sportsline on Metro News Television.
1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for today. We thank you so much for listening, sending your answers to our question of the day and more. Stay tuned for the news at the top of the hour. Sportsline is on the other side. My name's Dave Weekley. I'll talk to you tomorrow beginning at 3:06, right here on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
This is Hotline, presented by Salango Law on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.